Hello, 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 and welcome to yet another Q&A Thursday here at the Rag Company, where my legs are very pale, and so are your pants, apparently. Anyway,
Thanks,
we're starting things off with a fun question today. I thought I would set up this Q&A as a, would you let a stranger detail your car? Would you let somebody else detail your car? Now, for some people in the audience, I feel like the answer is going to be easy.
Yeah.
Because they're interested in detailing, they're just figuring it out, and they're like, well, of course, I would hire a detailer to work on my car, which may be a stranger to you the first time you do it. Yeah, great,
Yeah.
okay. But for those of you who are very particular about your cars, maybe you're kind of like Anthony over here, and you begrudgingly wheel in say your prized internet famous Honda Civic into the studio behind us, and you're entrusting a fellow coworker to lay hands on that thing. How are you feeling about that?
Wait, are you planning on washing my car, Carson?
Yeah. That's the whole goal of these Q&A Thursdays.
He's
You
got a
didn't
point
tell
there.
me he was washing it. You said that. You said it was just going to be parked as a piece in the back.
Well, you've seen how we do these other Q&As. People are always watching in the background now. That's like our thing now.
Dane, you should have told me there's a process.
Well,
there's a purification process.
What are you doing?
Anthony.
You can't...
What the heck, dude?
What is he...
I didn't know you were going to touch it.
What is in your hand?
Listen,
What that?
you need to be pure.
Okay, I have
Anthony, you
gloves
can't
on.
just go up to people and
it's
say
not- no,
that.
No,
Dude.
It puts the gloves on the skin, or it gets the panel wipe again.
What? Anthony, stop!
No, you need to be
Anthony,
pure.
why is that? Is that panel wipe?
Yes.
What are you like bear macing him, dude? Anthony, come back over here. Come on.
I am embarrassed.
Stop.
I'm sorry. I was trying to do this on camera.
Stop
I didn't think it was gonna
assaulting
be a whole thing.
our
so-
coworker.
Okay, so just
And come back here.
let me see your hands.
You got it on the towel.
Oh.
All right. You're
Dude.
free to touch it.
Okay, fine.
Touch that car.
Oh my goodness.
Anthony, get back here.
I
Sit
cannot
down.
believe that just happened.
Carson,
He needs to be pure, Dane.
Whatever.
Carson cares. He will take care of your car. I
Yeah.
trust him.
Pure.
I know it's not my car, but I trust
No.
him. And you should trust him too.
I'm embarrassed. I didn't want them to catch me in this. I acted crazy.
well,
I acted crazy just then.
yeah, you try and keep it under wraps during the Q&A, but you kind of freak out a little bit when we're not.
I am embarrassed. I am sorry. If I would have known that the plan was to wash the car, then I would have purified him off camera.
What does that look like?
It typically involves no clothing, but I know that this is a family-friendly show, and I can't
That's
do
the
that.
idea, anyway.
I'm sorry. I'm
Okay,
embarrassed,
so
people.
why
I
don't we
know.
just, get into some like
I blacked-
housekeeping
I
or something?
blacked
Maybe something relevant to people interested in like microfiber or detail. Just not attacking other people. Let's start
Just
with
want to
that.
make sure he's doing a good
Yeah.
job back there. So
Gotta
anyway,
calm down.
welcome to Q&A Thursday, everyone, where we answer your detailing questions, and hopefully we have a little fun along the way. So a little bit of housekeeping to start things off.
Yeah, what you got?
So right now at theragcompany.com, you can pick up the new IK Foam Pro 2. What the
it's
heck?
available.
It has been a long time coming. Literally a year since it debuted at TR SEMA in a 3D printed form. Can you believe that?
That's
a whole
crazy.
year since last TR SEMA, and now we have the real deal. You can actually pick it up at theragcompany.com right now for $119.99. This is going to get you the USB-C charger. It's going to get you the full unit. It's going to get you a couple of the different foaming orifices in there, as well as some replacement filters, and of course some color coding tips, so you can use them and abuse them. But actually, Carson's laying it down right now. If we can go and get a preview of that in the IK Foam Foam Pro 2.
Look at him go.
He has alkali wheel cleaner in there at roughly 20 to 1. Look at it, putting on a beautiful show. Amazing. Look at that, no pumping.
Wow.
Pumping is a thing of the past.
If you got an E-Foam
Save
Pro
that forearm
2.
strength for other things. You know what I'm saying, Dane?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Just looking out for yourself is healthier. Staying fit, in shape, getting your pump on, that's good and all, but sometimes you need a break.
Oh, yeah. So anyways,
Yeah, yeah.
eFoam Pro 2 is now available at theragcompany.com. Pick it up. We do have I believe, hopefully enough stock to last us. These things have been flying off the shelf, and I know that many people have been waiting for these for a very long time. So
They have.
please get them while you can, and pair it with your favorite detailing chemical. So what's great about the eFoam Pro 2 is that, again, for smaller jobs, anything from wheel cleaning to undercarriage cleaning, engine bay cleaning, even interior work on the dry foam setting, it's got so many different uses. And I think that what's nice about it now is that it's convenient, right? You can pick it up, fill it, and go. And that charge on one single charge is going to last you so many refills before you have to recharge it, which is super nice. I mean, you're going to run out of liquid, 20, 30 times before you're ever going to really deplete that charge. And so,
Good problem to have.
you're going to get a ton of use out of that. And so, it's just, if you have the Foam Pro 2 Plus, right, which has the Schrader valve, yes, that's a wonderful addition to that unit, and but it still requires you to turn on an air compressor, right? Still requires you to plug something in. And then the original Foam Pro 2, again, you have to pump it up, right? So this is nice because if you want to pump it, you absolutely can, or you can just charge it, hit that bottom power button, turn it on, and have it compress itself, and you get constant power, right? You never have to pump it. Even while the compressor is on, it is still going to allow you to continuously run at full PSI.
Well, and at the end of the day, say for some crazy reason you've gone through all the battery, you were just like using this thing insanely hard all the time.
Yep.
You can still use it like a pump sprayer.
Totally.
When you're done with all that, you can still use it like a pump sprayer. All the utility is still there.
So what
you haven't lost
people
anything.
need though, Dane.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. Pair it with your favorite chemical, but please buy the IK foam, or not just foam pro. We'll call it the IK Pro lid. So this is going to be the lid that you can buy as a separate piece. What's nice about the lid is it has a built-in measuring cup in it, but also too, if you're really worried about your investments, you want to make sure you're protecting them long term. You're not storing that spray head in the actual canister itself, right?
Thing,
and because when you're doing that, you're exposing it to chemicals, right? Alkali wheel cleaner, pH of 14 on that chemical, and even diluted, right? That's not really diluting the pH. So you're still letting that pickup tube soak inside that chemical even after you're done. And it could be a week, could be a month until the next time you use it.
Swimming in it.
It's swimming in it. So the Pro lid here is $9.99, and we are sold out.
Oh,
crap.
my.
I didn't know.
We fought for them to make these for years.
No, so here's what happened, Dane.
What?
Here's what happened. When we released this, we sent out the email saying, hey, I think you should pair this with the lid, right?
And they took you up on that offer.
And then we sold out the lid.
Come on, man.
I'm embarrassed.
Oh.
I'm almost more embarrassed at that rather than the actual purification process.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, hit that notify button and let you know when you're back in stock. In the meantime, pick up the eFoam Pro 2. I'm pretty sure Carson just hit something on my car. What was that sound?
It was the thing.
What thing? Did you hit it?
No.
Carson, you're not going to be allowed to touch that car anymore. Do I have a new dent on it somewhere?
Oh, boy.
No.
Okay.
Okay, and on that
Anyways.
note, let's get to the questions. I can see we have 3 pages of them. I am ready
Stressed
for
out. That was a
some
loud
commentary.
clunk, wasn't it?
Yeah, I heard it from over here. I felt it. There was some bass to it.
It was the... No, it definitely wasn't your knees. Dan Pfeiffer saying, good afternoon, word up from a wet Minnesota, USA. Happy Friday Eve, TRC gang. Zero chance I would let anyone else wash my car. And this is why, because apparently he starts just hitting stuff on it. So
Thank you for
no.
sharing, Dan. I look forward to everybody's opinion on this. I want you all to weigh in, so please do. All right, David Cervantes here popping in, saying, what's up, guys? Happy Friday Eve.
what's going on?
Here's to hoping May will be better than April. David, I agree with that. I concur. I want May to be better than April. I want each month to get better than the last.
Dane,
this year.
I think that I know that we're jumping a little ahead right now, but tomorrow.
I mean,
What's tomorrow, Dane?
Tomorrow's just a day.
Dane, tomorrow's
it's a normal
not just a day. Tomorrow, everyone, and I want everybody to jump into the comments right now.
Please don't.
And please wish Mr. Dane Hennon, Prince of the Rag Company, a very happy birthday, because tomorrow Dane will be turning 36. 36. Holy crap! You're over the 30s hill.
I'm old. I crossed the halfway through my 30s mark now.
Yep, you did.
Oh, that is.
But you know what? You still have that thick, luscious hair that David Boyce likes
I thought
to
you were
point
just going to
out.
say I'm thick, in which case, yeah, no, I've been working on that for a while. It's been improving, though, I will say.
It has been improving, and I wouldn't say though, but your hair
The hair
is
is
thick and
definitely
luscious.
still all
Not
there.
losing that anytime soon. So
No.
if David Boyce decides to chime in and ask about that, Dane has plenty of hair and plenty of hair all over his body.
Okay.
Moving on. What keeps happening? What do you keep hitting back there? I keep hearing a popping.
This is going to be a chaotic segment, I'm
Anthony,
sure.
it's this. Ready?
Yeah, he's hitting the
see.
paintwork is what he's doing.
It's just
Okay.
touching the ground. It'll be
Okay, I
fine.
believe
Anyway, moving along.
Moving on. Next up.
Apologies to all our headphone listeners in
Hello-
the audience
hello,
who
beautiful
just
people.
keep hearing this thump over and over and over again.
Happy to see everyone. Love you. Alex, we love you as well, man.
back
And we
at
hope
you,
everything
buddy.
is well in the great north up there.
Oh, yes.
Between all the hockey games and the maple syrup and...
He stays busy.
Yeah, and the trade wars and all of that. We're hoping everybody's staying happy. David
Yep.
Boy says, I ordered my IK2 e-foamer 2 days ago. I'm looking forward to putting it to use with the coconut earth combo. David.
I like your style, David.
David, before you do that, you want to purify yourself so you get the full effect. Afternoon, everybody, says David.
Yes, sir. Then I got Tim and Thomas. I'm assuming that's what the Toma goes for. And he says, I did once and never again. In reference to the question, would you let a stranger detail your car? Yeah. So Tim had a bad experience, apparently. What's Jeff C saying?
Jeff C. Yes. I
Well-
need ideally, I would like to blow out the back wall of one of my garages, take over my daughter's room, and
Oh,
be able to
dear.
extend that into a double bay. I think that's reasonable, right?
Oh, my. I mean, I think your daughter may appreciate having a room, though. If you take that away from her, she might be a little upset about that.
Yeah, that's true. No, I'm not doing any more. I don't think any more future garage improvements at the time, at least not right now. Really, I just need to clean it out right now because right now my wife's bay, her section of the garage, is absolutely filled to the brim with baby stuff, and so I need to go through and try to clean some of that out. Yeah.
I am just checking in on some polls here. Apparently, Jimmy has been creating some polls while we're doing this.
Okay.
Should Carson press charges? 75% in the audience said yes. And that was based on, a decent sample size. And then I've got another comment here. Is Carson going to total Anthony Civic while washing it? 64% said yes. So
Holy crap.
apparently, Carson, you've got a mixed bag in terms of people who are both fans of you, but also think you may introduce some chaos.
Carson, I would like you to pretend that you're Vermil. And do a very good job and a very aesthetic job at that.
Okay.
Slow, precise.
There we go.
Look how good that car looks. It's absolutely filthy. It's hammered in hard water spots.
It
It
is.
needs to be fully polished, but you know what? It still glows like a Skittle.
Tamara Chase saying hello, everyone.
Hello, Tamara. Good to see you here in the chat.
Yes, great to see you here. And Jeff C., there are only a few people I would let detail my car. Anthony is one of them, but I would make sure there are no eraser wheels in sight.
Thank you, Jeff.
You'll
very
never be
kind
able to
of
live
you.
that one down. You guys give me a hard time on stuff, but there was one time. And in fairness, I will stick up for Anthony on this one. My van, my JDM, right-hand drive, four-wheel drive, off-roady van,
Yeah.
fun car, really fun, wacky car, but the paint on it was atrocious. It was all kinds of crazy.
You barely even had paint on the dang thing. We were trying to remove those freaking vinyls.
The vinyls were
which
already
it had
basically sun-baked
essentially
off.
melted into the clear coat. And so
Yeah.
we were like trying to remove what we could have, and then bam, before you knew it,
You removed it all right. And everything else.
right through, baby. Right through.
But no,
It happens to
I
the
would
best of
trust
us.
Anthony to polish anything. He is truly great at it. It's
Thank you,
just
Dane.
that one case with the eraser wheel was just a fluke deal, and it was my car's fault. I'll blame the car before I blame him.
We'll have our flaws. Josh McKay says, good afternoon, everyone. It's been a few weeks since I could watch Q&A live. Josh, it is so good to have you here in the
Yes.
chat, man. It's
Happy
great
to have
see
you
you. We love all of our returning viewers.
We do.
really do. I know we probably don't show enough appreciation there. And a big shout out to Jeff as well. Jeff is, dude, he's goated in our book as being
Absolutely.
just one of the most consistent, one of the most true followers that
Man's
we have.
always there. Alex is always there.
I would almost say that Jeff is pure. You know what I mean?
Wow, that's the high praise. Okay, coming
Pure
from
in the
Anthony.
sense,
He's
pure
pretty
in the
picky.
TRC sense.
It was pure
Moving
commentary.
on.
All right.
Next up,
I don't like how
Pro
that
Shine
feels.
Solution says, "What's up, everyone?" And then following that, we've got
Lakes Country Detailer.
Good afternoon from rainy Minnesota Lakes Country.
Ooh,
nice. And
that's
then
a
Carson,
sunny day
give
out
us a
here.
rundown. How's the Alkali Wheel Cleaner doing?
It's doing good.
Doing good. Browning the tires decent amount.
Yeah. Honestly,
Nice.
the tires weren't really terrible. But,
yeah, I know it's been sitting there. So I actually want to confess something.
Ooh.
I didn't want to vent this out right here. I didn't want to do this
But you're
because I
gonna.
vented it out to everybody in the office already.
Ooh, okay.
I made a mistake the other day.
I'm waiting
I made
for
a mistake
this.
trying to be a normal human being.
Oh, now I know where you're
I made a
going with
mistake.
this.
So, remember how I've told people that I don't use my windshield wipers?
Oh,
I don't like
buddy.
it. I don't use windshield washer fluid. I don't use my windshield wipers because the process, again, not pure. I
No,
don't want the fluid
you-
on my paint. I don't want the blades touching the glass. There's a lot of things about that stuff that I absolutely just hate.
You look at us windshield wiper users like we are criminals.
You are criminals. So here's what ended up happening. I had to go pick up my daughter from my parents' house.
Uh-huh.
And it was a rainy Sunday. Hold on,
Yeah.
I'm choking because this just gets to me so much.
It was a rainy Sunday.
Rainy Sunday, and I was in a rush, and I went to go grab one of the vehicles. Right, and I looked at my wife's car, and I said, "Oh, I can just grab my wife's car. Right, it's ready to go." I go, whatever. You know what? I need to drive my truck some more. Right, so because I
Yeah.
love driving that truck, my Ford Raptor. So I go to get my keys, run to the truck. And I look at my side glass and I go, oh, this is filthy. And I told my wife I'd get her some ice cream on the way home, right? I don't want to roll down my windows with all this grit on the side glass. So I'm going to clean them up really quick, right?
Oh, boy.
Grabbed a little O&R, spritzed it down, wiped them down really, really fast. And then I jumped in the truck and I go, crap, the windshield. The windshield is absolutely filthy, right? We had dirty rain, which is like a basically mineral deposit rain. And I had a bunch of just water on the windshield.
Yeah.
And I look at it and I go, oh, God, this windshield's filthy. And I said, Anthony, for once in your life, don't be crazy. Because I wanted to get out and go grab my invisible glass reach tool and get up there and try to clean the windshield as
great
best as possible,
tool.
right? And I said, you know what? I'm just going to make use of the water on the windshield.
Yeah.
I'm going to spray a little bit of the windshield washing solution because the car's already wet.
Yep.
And I'm going to use my windshield wipers like a normal human being.
Normal people do that.
Like normal people do that. Well, Dane, I tell you what. Ran the windshield wipers. Gouged the freaking crap out of my windshield glass.
No.
I kid you not. I literally I have a 7-inch gouge on the front of my windshield right in the middle from where it caught a rock or it caught something and scratched the living crap out of my glass.
on.
But it's not just in one spot. I have marks, scratches, and gouges all over the entire front windshield of that truck in literally 2 passes of my wipers.
I don't hate this because it gouged your windshield. I hate this because it's you finally trying to allow a little bit of release and not be a crazy person, and then
can't.
you're confronted with it, and it reinforces your paranoia.
I can't.
Because the one time you do it, the bad thing that you're afraid of actually happens.
I've been right all along. I've always been right about this.
And yet other people do it all the time, and they're fine.
No, I scratched the crap out of my glass. So now
I'm not saying it doesn't happen at all. Sure, it happens, but
I've already compounded it. Didn't do anything, right? So the gouge is there. So at this point, it's a cerium oxide treatment, which if you've ever used cerium oxide, it's a freaking mess. It's it's a double wash back to back because you have to wash it, cerium oxide the glass, then wash it again. And that is if the cerium oxide actually cuts through and actually removes the mark. There's nothing that we sell that would get rid of a mark like that. Clarity cream is not meant for deep scratches, deep gouges.
Not so much.
It's a cerium oxide treatment, or I've been experimenting with the fast orange compound, mix and seeing if that will do it. Which is like we're basically using pumice with more compound, and totally sucks. So at this point in time, my windshield has scratches all over it. I didn't want to have to admit that, but a lesson learned that either check your blades often, make sure there's no grit in them, and I don't know if you have that much buildup on your glass. It's honestly, take a dry microfiber towel, take anything, take a paper towel. It doesn't matter. Take anything and remove the grit off the glass first before running them. even if there's water
Now,
on
one
them.
thing I will say is once in a while, check your wipers if you're a person who uses them like me, just to make sure there's not stuff stuck against them or
Yeah.
near them. I do that, and
Yeah.
that is something that I've done on my Miata, since it's a newer car and it actually has a nice windshield, versus my Flex, which was already sandblasted when I bought it from the previous
Yeah.
owner driving up on rocky roads.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think that level of like a little bit of crazy, I understand that. I can appreciate that. But you
Anyways,
just take it the full way where you're like, never ever use windshield wipers.
Well,
Now,
I mean, if it's
moving on,
raining.
because we've been stuck on
Anyway,
this point for a while.
I needed to talk about that and get it out because it feels good. All right, it's like a demon inside me. I had to let it go. Carson, how's it been going? What have you done?
Is this acceptable amount of dwell time or
Yep, we're going to rinse it. Yeah,
Oh, looks good.
Citrus
Perfect.
wash. Okay.
citrus wash? Yeah, we're using a lot
go,
of
go ahead and
G-Tex
rinse it. You're good to go.
stuff today. So.
All right, now, moving along, I have a new poll, apparently. Jimmy made a new one, so let's take a look and see. Who washes the Civic better? Oh, well, have people seen you wash the Civic anytime recently? It genuinely looked really dirty when it came
was
in here
freaking
today.
filthy, dude.
It's been
It was
sitting in your
so
driveway. 63% say Carson is doing a better job than Anthony would, with 36% for him. And that is with, about 22 votes. So,
Oh
yeah.
my God.
Some people had some feelings.
Yeah,
I guess.
people do
keep
have
those
some
polls
feelings.
coming, guys. I'll keep checking them. But in the meantime, we got a lot of comments to catch up on. I'm 4 pages behind.
Oh, look at that. Look at
Yeah.
that car.
Beautiful.
Literally almost zero protection on that
Brian
thing.
here wants to know, does RRW from KCX, as Rapid Rinseless Wash, have degreasing properties?
I don't think it has degreasing properties necessarily.
I'm still going for like an APC or something if
I
I'm
would
trying
say
to
no
degrease.
more than any other rinseless wash. I don't think it has properties. I think it has encapsulation properties, but I don't think it's going to have degrease.
That's fair. All right, and then I had the one who shall remain nameless. We all love it when he chimes in here. What name are we giving him today?
I don't know, Dan. I named him last week. Give me a name.
Let's call him Terry.
Terry?
Call him Terry. Back it up, Terry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Back it up.
All right, good afternoon and happy Friday, Junior, from sunny South Coast of Massachusetts. I hope you all had a great week. Thank you, Terry. I
you.
appreciate that. Then Terry follows up with, what are the differences between Leather Star, PNS Leather, and Color Lock?
So,
question.
that's kind of what are the differences between Leather Star, PNS Leather, and Color? Okay, got you.
So, Color Lock's leather care products as well.
Leather Star is going to be a pretty thin, viscosity product. It's going to have UV inhibitors. It's going to have some protection in there. It's going to be able to nourish the leather. What I find is that with Leather Star, a little goes a long way, and I think a bottle of Leather Star will probably last you like 10 years. I mean, you just won't use enough of it, realistically, because
It's not something you're using a whole lot.
and it's something that you can use more often, which I like about Leather Star, because while yes, it is technically it's a conditioner, right, and it's got UV inhibitors and whatnot in there. It's something that is so easy and fast to use that if you wanted to use it consistently every couple months, it's like no stress at all. You could do a quick clean with Polestar, 20 to 1, and then follow it up immediately with Leather Star, and that leather is going to look and smell awesome. I also really like the smell of Leather Star. It has like a nice honey scent to it, which is cool. PNS Leather Treatment is going to be a thicker cream style, traditional style leather conditioner that we've seen for the last 20-something years, right? So smells like leather, has a leather scent in it, does a good job at penetrating the leather as well. I don't think it's game-changing by any means. I think it's just, if you're looking for just, hey, what's a good leather cream at the Rag Company website, I would say PNS Leather Treatment. It's a great leather cream. Will do exactly what you want it to do, safe on all color types. And then Color Lock, I mean, truth be told, Color Lock are the pros. I mean, they are the
leather guys.
They are the leather guys. They are absolute pros when it comes to leather treatments. And so, anything they sell, their conditioner, their sealant, their cleaners, that's going to be your top tier product, right? I mean, if I were to give a rating, I would say, Color Lock, anything in the Color Lock line is going to be top tier, from cleaning to conditioning to sealing. I see Kosh Chemi is right under them, right? And now Kosh Chemi and Color Lock are now owned by the same company.
They joined forces.
Joined forces. So Leather Star, I believe, if I remember right too, I want to say that Kosh Chemi did actually contract out advice for leather.
Yeah, they actually adopted
through
some of
color
the same
lock,
techniques. So.
before making that particular product. So I think it kind of was approved by the color lock team as well. And then leather treatment from PNS. That's going to be your great entry level leather conditioner.
Bam.
Yep.
Okay, thank you, Terry. Hans Closen, of course, popping in with a let's go.
Hans, what's going on? Good to see you.
And Brian back again with, is rinseless wash any good for cleaning pressure washer, hose, and bottles, etc.?
Yeah.
Just like the same way you'd use like dish soap to clean dishes, you're thinking clean off your tools using
I do it all the time. I use either like a waterless wash or I'll use a rinseless wash and I'll go through and I wipe down the old Krenzla, right? Old Faithful. Wipe her down.
Keep it clean so it functions right.
I also have the gray Cobra Jet hose from MTM for my pressure washer hose. That thing you cannot freaking wipe down to save your life because for some reason it's textured. So you go to like take a towel and the towel just rolls and folds on you. So it's like an impossible thing to clean. I found that just taking like the interior scrubber mitt that we used to have, right? That has like the kind of scrubber material on it.
I really like
that.
That
glides
thing.
pretty well over it and that does a good job cleaning. But yeah, that's. Yeah, I mean, you can use whatever, dude. Clean bottles bottles, whatever the heck
now,
you want.
What I would say is, if your rinseless wash contains any form of protection, you might want to think twice about that. But if it's just a cleaning version, like if you're using O&R, using the blue O&R, totally fine.
Yeah. Carson, this smells phenomenal in here. So he just,
I'm getting a good whiff of that. That is
GSF.
Keep doing that.
GSF, just dude, when it hits your nostrils, it's like intoxicating.
All I can think today is that our audio-only listeners, the people who listen to this in podcast form, like days after this is aired live on YouTube, they're going to have an experience today. There's going to be so much happening that's like a lot of
unsightly
visual elements.
Purification process.
Should I report that to HR?
Well,
Are you kidding?
we have a recording of it, so I think
He's
you're cool.
HR tomorrow. I believe today he's our finance guy. So you'll have to wait till tomorrow, Carson.
He's got to swap his hat.
So right now you're using the 10X, Cyclone 10X, right?
This is the only one that was clean. Shout out, Gabe.
Oh.
Nice job, buddy.
Joey Belinsky says, I'll let Anthony wash my car, even though he wouldn't even let me breathe anywhere near his motorcycle. A real one-sided relationship we have going. Well, that's because Joey Belinsky, I don't know if you remember, so when Joey came to my house for a little bit of time, it was him, Alex Dewar, Matt Mormon, Dane, and then Dane's brother Corey, also known as Corbin Hennon. Mm-hmm. The first thing Corey does... First thing he does, he walks in my garage, goes, wow, cool garage, Anthony. Walks up to the BMW, right? Covered in a half-inch of dust, right? Haven't been able to ride. Walks over, takes his hand, and just runs it across the tank. And I see where the dust had been moved. And I said, did you touch my motorcycle?
Remember, he's not he's not in this world. He doesn't know
the fear on his face. Oh, I just kind of just wanted to see.
He's also never been there before, so
I just wanted to see what I just didn't know what the paint felt like. And I go,
well,
so
what you felt was
you touched.
dust,
So
not
what
paint.
you did was you just ground that dust into my satin finish tank that could never ever be polished out ever because it'll ruin the finish. But no, there was no damage done. I let him off the hook. But yeah, this is kind of partially why I'm crazy. And so Joey, after that traumatic experience, I just didn't want anybody to look at it. I'm sorry.
Oh man.
He is. I'm gonna rewash the car after you're done, Carson, because gosh, that car looks good at this angle. They just don't make them like that anymore.
That's a great angle.
You know
Good
what I mean?
choice. Yeah, these overhead cameras are really doing work today. Gotta say thank you to Glenn and Nick for setting up such awesome shots.
Thank you, guys.
Jeff C here actually popping in to say, hey Brian, RRW does have good degreasing properties in my experience. Oh, cool. Jeff C, he puts in the work on some of these things, and he does find interesting properties that sometimes
I don't think I've ever used RRW on anything that had grease on it. Truthfully, not really.
So no, that's interesting. Thank you, Jeff, and helping out. Now, I've got ProShine Solutions wondering, will Lucas be on the Detail Grind podcast? That should be a good one. Ooh.
I think we could probably make
I think customer service Lucas would be great at that. Then next up, Terry. Y'all don't forget to tune into the Detail Grind podcast tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. They have a guest with superpowers. Oh,
What?
wow. Okay,
Superpowers.
so apparently there's like guerrilla marketing happening in our comments section,
Well,
and I'm unwittingly
and
just helping
I know,
him right
and
now.
I also actually told Levi I'd help him plug it tomorrow on the Auto Wash YouTube channel. I believe at 6 p.m.
Oh.
Mountain Standard Time. I believe we're 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Can't remember what time actually. They are going. I'm
Not very
sorry,
helpful.
Levi. Crap. They are going live on the Auto Wash YouTube channel. Levi and Dylan Von Kleist. So if you have any detailing questions, you can bring them over there as well. So that's
Yeah, for
sorry.
people who want their Levi fix, you can tune in there every week, from what I understand. So,
Yep.
yeah, do
you
it.
Can.
All right, then Stephen Audette. What's Stephen saying?
How to work around piano black on B frames and front grille. I use power washing technique and wash media. I swear it scratches. Dude, that's just straight up, man. That's just
Yeah.
that material. So when it comes to anything exterior wise piano black, I mean, ideally the best thing you could do as an owner of that is to PPF them. Is put paint protection film on anything piano black. Seal it, polish them first, seal them in time, be done with it, never have to think about it again.
Piano black surfaces in a high traffic environment in a vehicle are the devil.
They are.
Manufacturers continue to do it because it looks good in the brochure, like the sales catalog for the car, but anywhere else, when you actually have to interact with it, it always ends up looking like a scuffed up mess.
True.
All right, moving along, I've got Pro Shine Solutions saying Carson in the house.
That is
Then
indeed Carson.
bunch of people laughing their butts off because you went and went crazy on Carson there. The panic has set in.
the
Everybody,
purification process, yeah.
straight up. They all saw it.
Properly?
Yes, yes.
Okay, thank
Alpha
you.
Tango says, shout out to the low key greatness, PNS bug off, 5 to 1. Spray it on, let it cook for 5 minutes, and rinse the bugs off. Super cost effective and saves unnecessary scrubbing on your paint. 100%. Nice.
Very good
call,
point.
Alpha. Good call.
Love having your input here, Alpha. Keep it up. Joey, are those khaki joggers?
They're kind of whitish khaki. I don't know. Like, here's my problem.
They're pretty bright.
Everybody has told me that they are too bright. And
It just kind of surprised me. I thought you came in with
It's
white
like
pants until my
skin
eyes
tone
adjusted this morning.
kinda-ish, and it freaks some people out, but they're so comfortable.
It felt very Miami of you.
feels Miami of me.
I mean, they're not quite white, but they're getting there.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
True.
no. It's a bold choice. Like, the only reason you don't see more people do that is because the second you drop even a drop of water or two on there, it just looks like you peed your pants and nobody
Bold
wants
choice
that.
cotton, yep. Carson, how's that lack of protection looking? That hood, it looks like it has nothing on it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Like, have you even watched this thing?
No, I haven't.
When was the last time you washed it?
It has been a month and a half, maybe 2 months since
For
I watched
you,
it
that's a
last.
crazy amount of time.
Yeah, dude,
Just sitting there collecting dust.
it's too many. I'm telling you, it's too much crap. When you have too many, I'm not saying this in a good way. When you have too many cars, you can't keep, and you don't have a garage space for everything. You can't keep up with it.
Poor guy.
It's a problem.
It's okay. I make fun of Gabe for it, too.
No, you can't keep up on everything.
There was a time when I had 6 cars. I know. It's
No,
crazy.
not when you throw kids into the mix, too. You definitely don't have time
The
for
gas
it.
on them,
So-
the insurance, the keeping it clean, all that stuff is just a pain. That's why I only have
Yeah,
2 now.
dude, I don't think there was ever a day in that car's life where it had, water spots or rain or dirt or anything on it because I was so crazy about it constantly. But now I'm just like, I gotta kind of start letting go a little bit.
That's okay.
Moving
All right.
on.
Moving on. I've got Terry here. What's Terry saying?
Have Carson and Anthony switch. Carson is great at lives. Carson is
Ooh,
great at lives.
Shout out to Carson and his
Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Carson is
his
doing
Q&A skills.
Carson is doing a good job. The purification process, I think, really helped there.
And if you want to see Carson do more of that stuff, he and Gabe do the TikTok live. So you guys should definitely keep an eye out for those. I'm going to give them a plug because they do a great job.
Jimmy's walking by with a smirk on his face right now, and he's been doing these behind-the-scenes polls.
Oh, what?
No, there's a
we got a
pants
pants
poll.
poll.
Oh, crap.
Oh,
Moving
no.
on.
Oh, no. What do we think of Anthony's pants, chat? 60% say throw them away. 39% say stylish.
Oh, my gosh.
That's with 23 votes.
And I do want to give a shout out to G Technic, actually.
Yes,
Check this out.
These are cool shirts.
Check this out. So, this is my Hydro coat. It's a Sweet Dragon C3 on it. This is a dope shirt. Dane's got the Wheel Armor C5 shirt on. And Carson's actually rocking the G Technic It's the crew neck sweatshirt, which is pretty cool as well. So they sent us a little care package full of some sweet merch, and we told them we do need to start rocking some more G-Technic gear because, you know, I like it's perfectly balanced, right? KCX will send us t-shirts and a bunch of really cool stuff. G-Technic will. I'm like, hey, you can fight for our love. We're happy to wear whatever we have.
All I know is, like, yeah, KCX brings some really good high-quality garments, and then G-Tech comes out with these sweet designs. Like, I like this a lot.
It's a Workmeister wheel is what that is.
Yeah, well, I just really like the idea of doing, you know, kind of like wheel brand kind of deal, but like with a product focus, but it doesn't look like an ad. It just looks like a cool shirt with a wheel on it.
Yeah.
And you don't know it is unless you know.
Carson is now drying with, I believe, a liquidator.
Yes, sir.
Nice.
All right, now moving
You picked all
along.
these products, so
I did pick all these products. What am I talking about?
Demo, Anthony has lost it. Jimbo Slice. Oh boy, this is going to be interesting. Everybody losing it at you, just like back there torturing Carson. Wait, did we just witness an assault via detailing chemicals? OC Detail New Jersey. I just started using PNS Bug Remover 5-to-1. How long should I let it dwell?
Dude, yeah, a minute or two. I mean, any bug remover, you don't really need. You're basically just looking for it to soften the bugs, rinse off. That's all you're looking for. Don't expect them to. Don't let it sit for long enough to melt because you don't want it to stain your paint. You don't want it to stain your plastics. Just get them to where they're soft enough and you're able to rinse them off. That's all you need. The idea is just to break down those organic materials to where, you know, it's a touchless approach.
Fair enough. Then I got Type 1 mobile detailing. Just got my TRC Air Blaster version 2. What a great, inexpensive tool. With my 4.5 gallon rigid. Would you recommend me using it as a drying tool first for cars or just interior? Curious.
I'll just use it for interiors, man. I mean, like, there's so many other ways to blow dry a car faster. I mean, you can just use a standard blow gun if you just want to use a blow gun, blower.
It's good for, like, if you're wondering about nooks and crannies and you're concerned about, like, those gaps that are tough to, like, get a towel in or something. You can do that.
Metro Blaster's or Metrovac's Sidekick is a great blaster for doing exactly what you're talking about, and you don't have to worry about running out of air, which is nice because it's all corded.
Continuous.
There's so many water spots on this hood.
Dude, there's water spots everywhere on that hood. I'm telling you.
That was the part that caught my eye when I first saw the car.
It needs like a full, and they're in there. It needs to be polished. They're in that paint.
Man, oh man. Sheepstar checking in. Hello, Sheepstar.
Good to see you, man. Thanks for coming in.
You're in the chat. I appreciate that he's been coming to most of these Q&As now. It's fun to see.
Joe.
Yes. Silva, let's go.
Hey, TRC crew and fellow detailers. Props from Portugal. My Portuguese cousin just lost it on Carson. Dare you to lose it on camera on Gabe.
Carson would like that, too.
Speaking of Portuguese cuisine, I've actually... the other day there was a Portuguese festa about a couple like 2 hours away. Twin Falls, Idaho is where it was, and one of my mom's clients ended up going because she's Portuguese as well, and she's from the Azores, and she went and brought me back 3 loaves of Portuguese sweetbread.
Ooh, that stuff is magical.
Of Portuguese sweetbread, and I like a tear went down my face. I was so excited. And so the other night I had my own little like feast of like sweetbread.
Lovely.
And then the pasta donatas, the little, little cups with the little custard in them, right, which are delicious. And so yes, I've been missing my Portuguese food, but thank you. I will lose it on Gabe next time, my Portuguese cousin.
Thank you, sir.
Next up, we've got...
I love this name every time. Wheelie Good Auto Detailing.
Good afternoon from cloudy South Dakota. I did my first engine bay detail last week, and they turned out great. Thinking about offering them as a strip. You should absolutely do it.
Great call.
Dane, I realize we probably should start moving their comments a little bit faster because we don't want to run out like we did last time.
We're doing our best here. We're cruising, but we can keep up the speed. Let's boost it here a bit. All right. So, hey, Carson was on our show last week. Will tomorrow be better? Stay tuned.
Who's on it?
I feel like they're hinting Lucas is going to be on there.
Like, what's the powers?
I mean, Lucas has customer service superpowers. He is very talented at that.
And podcast.
You meet Lucas and you think he's going to be one way, and then he surprises you.
When are they
That's the
gonna,
fun
when are they
part.
going to invite me onto their?
Because he's got the Idafro.
When are they going to invite me onto
Well,
their
you're
podcast?
kind of like an elusive cryptid. They're not going to be able to catch you. Like you're
too
Sasquatch.
busy.
Like they can't find you. You're Bigfoot.
not
You
true.
kind of exist, but not
They just
really.
need to push up their schedule to where it's at a normal business hour time.
Well, when I hung out on there briefly, I was on there for like half an hour. I just stayed at work an extra half hour and didn't leave, and I just put my phone on my desk and talked to him via that, and it worked fine. Cool. You know, if you got to do it that way.
Okay.
You know, and it was fun. I must say, those guys are great. All right, DIY with Kane.
Is undressed tire prep best used after cleaning the tire? I know it's brake buster with both foams and cleans browning better, but undressed leaves a matte. Use love undressed as a matte cleaner. I mean, either way. I mean, it totally depends. Undressed just doesn't really lather like brake buster does, and that's kind of the truth there. But I mean, a combination of the both will leave your tire extra clean, ready to accept any new dressing. But you can go vice versa. I mean, as needed. I mean, the way I see it is undressed is. You know, it's kind of like a 1-2 punch if you really want to just start over between the brake buster and undressed.
It is kind of like the reset button.
Yeah, I mean,
That's what it was designed for.
Use whatever works best for your process.
All right. Next up, I've got Ivan Ramos. Hey, guys. I haven't been here for a while. It's good to be back. Yes, it is. We're happy to see you. It's good to see your faces, and it's always amazing to hear all the encouragement that you guys give out and the positive vibes. Ivan, we
Thanks,
definitely
Ivan.
try and carry the positive vibes. You know, when people want to bring you down, you flip it on them. You bring out the positivity, so I appreciate that, Ivan. You keep up the good vibes where you're at, and we will keep it up here. Jimbo. What's Jimbo saying? Civic down. Joel Silva, take the opportunity to show some love and hit like. Yes,
Thank you,
that is
Joe.
a great
I
way
appreciate
to
that.
give positive vibes, is hitting that like button. And then we've got Jose here saying hi, guys. Hey, Jose.
Jose Martinez.
Yes. Welcome
man.
to the program.
The myth, the legend. Jose, hopefully you're staying busy over there. Hopefully the Porsche project is going well.
Ooh,
Been following your stuff. Everything looks great. Keep it up.
sweet. Then I've got Hector Enrique Cabrera Herrera. Wow, that name is fun to say, actually. What do you recommend me as a glass cleaner? Ola from Puerto Rico. Ola, back at you. Thank you.
God, gosh, man, there's so many good glass cleaners out there right now. Gosh, find whatever makes the most sense for you. I mean, KCX glass cleaner, perfect glass from G-Technic. Diluted rinseless wash for a glass cleaner works great as well. Built Hamber, traceless.
Boom.
I knew Carson was going to react when I said that. So we
Loves them
have
some
we have some
traceless.
Built Hamber, like, I mean, we're talking
Addicts.
like super fans in this building. Like Gabriel, whenever I mention Built Hamber, like his like mouth starts foaming, and then like
perk up like a dog.
Carson starts twerking on his desk, and I go, Carson, you really don't need to be twerking on the desk like that.
It happened once.
And yeah, between traceless and touchless, I mean, like these guys, they're big fans.
Traceless blew my mind when I used it on Miata.
Yeah.
When I used it on that windshield, I loved it. All right. And then, of
Bubble
course,
gum.
we've got Joey. Happy birthday, Prince Boy. Oh, boy.
Dane, here
Let's
comes the- here
not
comes-
do that. Oh,
Yes.
boy. Peter.
What would you use on the frame of a Wrangler? They tend to discolor, gray up, freshen it up a bit. You can use really any dressing you want to use. That's going to darken it and kind of deepen it for a period of time. That's just normal, dude. I mean, any truck frame, Jeep frame, they're all going to do that.
I assume when he says frame, he doesn't mean the actual like frame that the body rests on, but rather the roll bars that are in the back.
We're talking about
Or is he
body,
referring to
body,
actual
yeah, body and
Oh,
everything. I mean,
okay.
it's just we're talking about how all the black parts will start to look gray
Sure,
and dingy
yeah.
after some time. So if you want to clean it up, you can use just a water-based dressing. You can go through. What we really like is in the PNS off-road line, which I think you'd like a lot of the products there for your Jeep,
meant
would
for
be a full send, the dressing on there. So take full send and just dow.
Of course, Full Send Carson would say, "Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Built
bud.
Hamber.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
It's
bud,
just-
you
it's
betcha,
It's a
yeah.
lot. Oh yeah. It's Carson. This is a family
this is a
friendly
family
show.
program." My goodness.
Your mind went there.
Buy full send in a gallon, Peter. I promise you will not regret it. Throw it into a 32-ounce bottle. clean everything off, right? Clean your undercarriage the best you can. Get in there with brushes if you want to. Maybe a little bit of mud buster, right? Whatever you want to use. Then dress everything. Douse it in full send. Let it bake on there. Let it sit for an hour, 2 hours. Don't drive it. Just let it sit there. Come back. Look at it. You're going to be like, wow.
Dang.
It's amazing.
All
That dressing
right.
sets up beautifully.
Then I got DIY with Kane. Another happy birthday, Dane. All the best, sir. Thank you. And granted, guys, it's tomorrow, so I'm holding out for tomorrow. But Selva here saying, does Defender clog our precious towels like BeadMaker does?
Worse.
Well, there you go.
Unfortunately, worse. I mean, Defender will clog the ever-living crap out of your towels. So make sure that you are taking those immediately and throwing them into a bucket of rags to riches or throwing them straight into the wash of the rags to riches. Do not let the Defender, especially with your drying towels, do not use it as a drying aid to let it set up in that towel. It will clog it
Also,
to almost no return.
Don't throw your Defender-soaked towels into a bucket of water on its own, just water.
Yeah,
That's not going to
because
fix it either.
Yeah,
Rags
once you
to
get it in
riches.
the water, it will disperse and it'll get all over the fibers and it'll
Yeah.
make that one part of the towel that was kind of unusable now the whole towel that's unusable.
That's
So,
an equation that requires R2R.
Yeah.
All right, Mike G. Happy birthday, Dane.
Oh,
buddy.
man.
Thanks, Mike.
Dane's birthday
Oh,
wishes.
man. Ryan Rigdon with another have a
So
great one. Happy
you guys
birthday.
want to
Oh,
know? You guys want to know what we're doing?
Gosh.
Dane, can I tell them what we're doing tonight?
All right, fine. Tell him.
Okay, so tomorrow is Dane's birthday, and tomorrow Dane is going out with a lady friend of his, and I unfortunately cannot provide what she can provide for a birthday dinner.
Oh, dear.
But what I can do as a friend is go out with Dane the night before, and me and Dane are going to go see the Thunderbolts tonight.
You know, I've just kind of dropped watching Marvel movies
Dane,
for the most part.
Thunderbolts
but I'm
is
gonna
going
give Thunderbolts
to
a
be
chance.
awesome. I have a feeling. Like, I have these feelings. I didn't have this feeling about Captain America Brave New World. That movie looked like trash. It probably was.
Oh.
Thunderbolts, this is going to be everything, right?
Okay.
Florence Pugh. Who else is in that movie?
Yeah, the thing.
I just, hopefully
Oh
my
my
wife
God.
doesn't see this. I just got caught, like, really
You
bad.
are a problem.
Who else is in that movie besides
David
Florence
Harbour
Pugh? Yep,
is
of
in
course,
it.
David Harbour. And who else, Dane?
Sebastian
Help me
Stan.
out. Keep going.
Sebastian Stan
Who else?
is Bucky.
Who else? What's her name from? What's her name from? What's it called? Seinfeld.
You're talking about Julia Louis-Dreyfus?
Yep, she's in it. It's not just Florence Pugh in that movie.
According to you, it's
turning red.
otherwise. All right. OC detailing. Dane is driving crazy away. Thank you, buddy. I realize I don't want to just make this all one big parade of people wishing me a happy birthday, but it
Dane,
is
people
very
love
kind.
you. Eat it up.
I love them back. They're so kind.
David says, and the answer, and to answer the question, no one else will work on my truck cosmetically. That's why it's currently waiting in our shops to let the collision damage repaired. Yep.
Man. David, you've had some bad luck with wheels and tires. I have
Well,
seen.
not just wheels and tires. Remember his screen? Remember his screen?
yeah.
That thing got like busted too.
Yeah, David, your trucks live a hard life, but you know
Have you
they take
seen
care
where
of
he
you.
drives them though? Like it's literally construction.
Yeah, no,
that is not
if
a
any
safe place
environment's
for a
gonna
car.
do it, it's that. So
not a safe
I'm
place to
not. I'm
own a
not blaming
car.
David at all for that. It sounded like somebody else in the site got a little
Carson,
crazy with
you're
it.
using C2V4, right? C2V3. Did I not have V4 pulled for you?
No.
Crap! I thought I pulled V4.
Well, you're getting V3 now.
Sorry.
A little retro.
Dang it!
Yeah,
I thought I had pulled V4. My bad. Anyway, sorry.
still a good product.
I keep my wheel cleaner in my.
This is before. You're right.
How does it feel?
Going.
That's great.
Feels good.
Yeah.
I keep my wheel cleaner, my pump, IK foamer all the time, 2 years plus. Never clean it, still works great. Good. It sounds like you're not using anything too caustic in there. So
Sounds like you're treating it all right, OC Detail New Jersey. And Jose. What's Jose saying?
happy birthday, Dane. Our birthdays are the same month of May. Awesome. Ooh,
Heck
Jose's
yeah,
got
we're a bunch of maybes out here. I love it.
We gotta send him.
Dane, if you keep saying that weird stuff,
I keep saying it. Yep.
that's a
like a
cringeworthy
gay
joke.
thing.
That's
I
a
know
Gabe
it's
thing.
cringy, but you know it's me. So
Yeah,
I gotta embrace
We
it.
almost had to kick Nick out of the building earlier for what he said.
I didn't even hear what he said.
No, you don't want to.
Sheepstar. Hey, it's been 15 days and my order hasn't shipped. Can I give you my FedEx number?
Oh, Sheepstar. I hate to break it to you, but we don't ship via FedEx. So
Okay, so public service announcement. I put this in the group yesterday.
no,
Comments
Dean.
got a little wild, but
Are we
basically,
doing this?
very, very top level. All I'm gonna say is,
Yeah.
if you have ordered from us, and perhaps you find yourself a little confused as to where you got it from, because if you ordered and you got a FedEx tracking number, probably wasn't us. That's what I'm going to say there. So some people are getting confused because, there's a little more action online these days. And, turns out the person got from somewhere else. So that's what happens. Anyway, double check. But if you get from us, it's going to be USPS or UPS. That's where your tracking numbers should be coming from. Anyway, feel free to talk to Lucas about that for more details. All right, I got Jeff C. here. Okay, just laughing back. All right, what's João Silva saying here?
Anthony is very close to my paranoia regarding detailing my own car. Thumbs up. Love to catch a live event with you guys. Someday, Joe, and I will have you bring me some Portuguese sweetbread from the homeland, ideally.
Is it offensive to say that it reminds me of like a Hawaiian roll, like in a good way?
Well, no, because Dane, the Portuguese people brought the Hawaiian roll is Portuguese sweetbread.
There, that's all I need.
The reason why the Hawaiian roll even exists is because of the Portuguese people. The same way, the reason why the Japanese got guns is because of the Portuguese people, right? It's like chaos and bread is what we spread for a while.
I watched Shogun. They didn't seem too much fans of the
No, they weren't fans
Portuguese
of the guns.
but
that's a whole different thing.
But
down
Anthony
history.
is very proud Portuguese.
But
so
Joe,
there
I
you go.
also am a big fan of Portuguese donuts. If you would like to, bring some of those as well.
Noted. Love
Moving
that.
on.
Just keeping it fun in these guys. Oh, man. Young pup.
Yep.
Buddy, Terry, thank you. Alex, glowing like a Skittle, that Chernobyl dirt infiltrated the Treasure Valley. Shout out to Sherry's Berries with their gigantic berries. Humongous berries.
What was it was Tony's Wings and Berries, right?
Yeah.
The Chernobyl dirt
that you got from Emmett.
The
The
Chernobyl
radioactive dirt.
from Emmett,
Yeah.
which made the berries grow large. And then my whole wing escapade that I went on for quite some time. My air fried wings.
You have delicious air fried wings.
I haven't made
They're
them.
good.
I haven't made them in quite some time.
Oh, maybe
but-
you should sometime.
Yeah.
Okay, OC Detail New Jersey. Can you recommend a solution and pad combo for an Audi BMW Clear one-step? Been using Autofiber and 3D1. Would love a combo that will cut better and finish for a one-step.
Audi BMW Clear
Let's
one
give you
step
different ways
using
of that
Autofiber 3D and 3D1.
It's going to be a harder Clear for one.
Yeah, you could probably get away with the Rupes Blue Course wool and probably Uno Advanced, to be honest. Give it a shot, dude. In the few times that I've used that on that combination on harder Clear and Audi paint, actually no, we did end up using I think a similar combination when we did Maddie's Orange Audi. That was a one-step process, dude. It was one and done.
Right.
We ran that combo over. It looked amazing.
It did.
So yeah,
That
Rupes
color
Blue
looked great.
Course wool and Uno Advanced. Try that out. See what
Okay.
happens.
Then I've got Demo here saying, I would gladly let someone wash my car. Demo here with a contrary opinion to
Nice.
many
Well,
people
that's a
who seem to share more of your level of crazy of, don't touch that. Whereas Demo's kind of on my side of the fence, like, oh, I don't trust somebody to touch my car unless, they've given me a reason not to trust them.
Yeah.
But, I'll give people a chance. I like giving people chances until they give me a reason not to trust them anymore. Life lesson. Anyway, Joey Belinsky. Dane, we should have a joint birthday party next year. Joey, I like that.
That would be a pretty weird. I mean, so you guys are going to get vasectomies together, and then after
Why
that,
is that the first place your mind goes?
because that's what you guys talk about all the time. And I think it only makes sense that you do it as a birthday tradition. Like every year, you just redo it, undo it.
we said this is a family-friendly show, not a family-ending show.
Oh,
Okay, so
Dane.
anyway, moving along.
on.
Alpha Tango. Oh, gee, well, Anthony's on one today. Yeah, but he loves it. Also, somebody is trying to call me right now. I don't know why they do that. Terry, I'd let someone else wash my vehicles. Carson could wash my Subaru, and Joey could wash my GMC. He might not even need a ladder. I did try to get Diamond Tough Detailing to come to Massachusetts, too.
Lucas is expensive, man.
Lucas doesn't play. He's serious
But
about
he'll
what
do
he
it.
does.
He'll do it.
Yeah.
Don't tempt him with a good time.
Probably got to pay for his flight, though. Yeah.
Moving on.
Anyway, moving along here. Questions about DA polishers, says OC Detail New Jersey. Currently using an Adams 15mm, works fine. However, I'd like a smoother and quieter machine. What would you suggest?
Man, if you want smoother and quieter, then you're probably going to want the HLR 15 from Rupes.
Yeah, I saw that coming.
It is probably the smoothest and, if not, one of the quietest. I mean, at least the tone is probably one of the best. Outside of that, LHR 15 Mark V from Rupes. Those are probably the two smoothest machines right now in the market. I'll fight anybody to the death that argues with me otherwise.
I was going to say, now, not a 15 millimeter, but if you're looking for any reason to use a slightly smaller polisher, Mirkas are awesome.
Dane, we can't plug Mirka. I mean, we can't even afford a Mirka polisher.
I'm just saying, like, after hearing it,
it is.
And
it's
feeling,
a beautiful,
actual use of it, it is incredible.
I'm thinking about
how smooth and quiet those machines are.
I'm thinking about donating plasma in order to buy a Mirka.
Now, it's not quite the same level of refinement. However, I did find that RBL that Sid brought by to be pretty cool too.
Also a nice option, but still not any
kind of
cheaper. I mean, honestly,
machine.
that thing is still just as expensive.
That was still like, what, $700 or something?
Mirka is probably
even more
the way to go. I'll have one eventually. Like, I've been holding out on a new 3-inch machine for a very, very long time, and I'm leaning towards the Pixie because the Pixie does everything truly that I need it to do. But there is something about that Mirka that is just, it makes you want to polish things. I don't know how to describe it. You hold it in your hand, you hit that trigger, and you go, what can I polish today?
When smooth and quiet are your driving factors, you're hard-pressed to find something that does better at it than those.
True.
Anyway, Demo here. That is some awesome foam from the sprayer. Yes.
Oh, yeah. Great foam.
Alex Dewar, he passed up a future mate with a wiper incident in a Civic, and now the Raptor. Good Lord, says Alex Dewar. Hans, try 3D glass polish, Mr. All
So
Day.
I'm actually, Sid is going to get me some 3D polish, right? She said she's going to put in an order, and she's going to grab me a bottle and see if that does it. But I think I'm going to try the 3D polish first before going all in with cerium oxide, like a true, like mixing my own cerium oxide and going through that way. Sid also said that some people have mixed cerium oxide with clarity cream, just taking the powder, the fine powder, and just throwing it in with the clarity cream and mixing it up and going from there. Yeah, I need to do this. What I want to do is I want to have like a full windshield, like everything day. I want to decon, polish, get the scratches out, prep it, coat it, and hopefully in the future not have to deal with this again, because it's still the original windshield on the truck.
Yeah.
And it's probably due to get it replaced eventually, but also I get a little stressed about the idea of people replace my windshield.
All right. Well, it's an 8-year-old windshield at this point, so it's had some life.
Yeah.
All right, Terry, what are you saying now? If Anthony would use his wipers like a normal person on a regular basis, the wipers might have been clean. That's what I'm saying, Terry. That's what I'm saying. All right. Moving along, Graydon Wolf. Let's see. Can you guys send me one of those new IK eFoam Pro 2s? No, just kidding, but that thing looks freaking awesome. Graydon, we agree.
It's pretty awesome, dude.
They are awesome.
I think if you buy it, you'll like it.
Yeah. Yeah, Carson, back there, your experience so far, how's it been working on Anthony's car? I just want an update because it's been a minute.
It's good. It's very, as you would expect, very meticulous. I think I'm going to take
but
it
you
for
don't,
a
I mean,
joyride.
the thing is, it needs to be completely gone over.
Yeah.
I
You'd
just
probably
have
sell
no
it.
freaking idea when I'm going to have the time to completely go over that thing. Like, I want to polish it. I want to do all this stuff to it, but I'm like, I don't know when I'm going to find the freaking time to do it, because I want to recoat it. I don't know what I'm going to coat it in. I had a friend drop off some bottles of some G-Technic stuff at my desk that I want to use. I just don't know if I'm going to put them on the Civic or not. We'll see.
Okay. Then OC Detail New Jersey here saying, can TRC make an Ultra Rip and Rag XL dispenser? Something sleek and wall-mounted.
So there is already somebody making, I believe, Gully's Garage is making the Rip and Rag
Sean
holders, which are super cool. So shout out to him. I mean, he made some really awesome wall mount holders.
No,
so,
they are great.
Joey Belinsky just got some, and they look awesome. But as far as a dispenser, I don't know how we could probably dispense it other than, like, I don't know. It's like flip the box upside down and then cut a hole in it. I don't know. I'd have to think about it.
Yeah,
I know
if
what
you
you're
wanted to
saying,
keep
though.
the
The XLs
box.
are a little bit harder to pull out of the box than the originals are. But I usually cut my hole in my boxes bigger than what they need to be, and then yank them out.
Huh. All right, David here saying afternoon, boys.
Afternoon.
Right back at you, David. And then Type 1 mobile detailing. P&S leather is bomb, works great. You don't need anything more.
It is a good one.
And there's love there. Now, okay, some people going back and forth. Joey here saying, good tip on cleaning your hose. Always helpful with the advice. And Steve Pearson, love this guy, popping in. I'm here to say hello and hope everyone is doing great. I have to jump to another meeting. Anthony, those pants make you look really, really cool.
So I know Steve is a sarcastic person, and in person, Steve has a decent amount of sarcasm. So I don't really know how to take that, but I am going to take that as a compliment as it sits right now. So thank you, Steve. I appreciate that.
Okay, and I will save the following comments for after the break because we're going to take a brief little break here. You guys go grab your snacks, grab a drink, hit like on this video in between the wait. It won't be too long, though. We'll catch you in just a few minutes. Hello, and welcome back to the second half of Q&A Thursday here at the Rag Company. If you haven't hit that like button yet, please do so. We're going to have a great time here, but we want to make sure we start things off with a bang and a big old thumbs up. All right, and you may have noticed our background scenery has changed. We've noticed lately that in these Q&As we've been doing with the detail in the background, the wash happens pretty quickly. Like that first hour, it's just done. So we got to do something. We decided swapping the cars around is the way to go. So we traded a Honda, cool one, for a Toyota, also a cool classic one. They're both classics in their own respect. But Carson, getting double duty, he's doing a lot of work out there. Carson, what are you going to wash this Land Cruiser with?
Yeah, so today I'm washing with Armor. It's currently my favorite lineup of detailing products right now, so really liking it.
All right. Well, we'll let you get to work.
Man,
do your
a few
thing.
words.
Yeah, he just got right to the point.
So I'm going to use some Armor today, and I like it. Well, at least Gabe didn't have to do a purification process before touching his car. You know.
All right, so moving along here, let's get those comments and questions up on the board. I'm going to get through as many as I possibly can before we run out of time today because lately I've been cutting us off at the proper time, and Glenn and Nick appreciate that. Yeah. So we're going to get through these. Type 1, mobile detailing. I kind of wish companies focused on quality instead of how good a product smells. We need good products, not smell me river. Type 1, I send that back at you and say, why not both?
Yeah.
Anthony,
I think
you're
there's-
a connoisseur
there's-
of good products
I
and
mean,
good smells.
I think there's like so many good products out there. I mean, regardless of the smell, whether they have smells or not, there's so many good ones. I think that, I mean, a lot of the stuff out there is pretty quality nowadays. I don't yeah.
No, fair.
I think if they can make a quality product and still make it smell good, oh, hats off to them.
Yeah. Cats off to them. Gabe Garcia saying, we try to cover all bases of smell and performance. Imagine no context.
That's a very Gabe thing to say. Moving on, fine detailing. Ryan, what's going on, dude?
Hey, Ryan.
Good to see you here in the chat.
Good to see you, bud. And Gabe saying, happy birthday to our dear friend Joey Belinsky.
When's his birthday?
It was recently. It was today.
Oh, crap. Joey, happy birthday.
Yeah.
I knew that.
Everybody's saying it to me, but they forgot Joey. Joey, man. Direct him at Joey.
Yes, he is the May 1st, baby. Gotcha.
Yes. Still a maybe. But, most people just like to throw out the it's going to be May.
Ryan is still missing Gabe's garage.
Ooh, okay.
I think Ryan had a out-of-body experience in Gabe's garage.
Yeah.
That
He just
I miss Gabe's
drifted
garage.
off.
Yeah, I don't think any of us have ever said we missed Gabe's garage. So that's
see
a
in there?
first.
All right. Well, Ryan, I hope you feel better. Neil White, hey, TRC, how high is Anthony's anxiety right now knowing someone else is washing a Civic?
It was a solid 6, that entire time. But now
Okay.
that I'm glad it's over.
Wow. Hey, you got any nice words for Carson? Maybe something
Carson,
like "good job."
Carson, you did a great job.
Okay.
It looks so
Thank you.
good.
I appreciate it.
He did. Carson, you did a good job. All right. Type 1. Mobile detailing. She took floors, piano, black shines, anywhere else. Nightmare? Okay. I'm thinking I'm missing some context
I
here.
am missing some context. I think.
Yeah. And Fine Detailing responded to Gabe saying, above mediocre for sure. All right. Then T1 Grandambassador may have ended, but I'll be a Grambo for life. Miss you guys.
Thank you, Ryan. We miss you too, man. We had a ton of fun with you here, and
Yeah.
so we're hoping you'll be back for future trips, future
Absolutely,
TRCMAs.
you should be.
You did great. And so, speaking of which, holy crap, Grandambassador T2's
Yeah,
application.
let's talk about it.
T2 applications have closed. Carson is now in the process of doing the judging round. It's going to be passed over to me and Dane here pretty soon for peer reviewing. And then we will have our picks hopefully by next week. So shout out to everybody that applied and good luck to many of you, right? So we love doing the Grandambassador program, and obviously it creates a lot of great opportunities out there for people. And so we're excited to see who's going to be picked next. Yeah.
Well, you've seen all the roads that can lead down, so we look forward to having you guys
Some
go
good
ahead
roads,
and take part in
a couple
it.
dark roads, but mostly good.
Keep those headlights on, folks.
Yep.
Okay, Neil
Moving on.
White. Anthony, how many miles you got on that Civic? As a Honda bro myself, it's great to see a Honda getting detailed at TRC.
Civic's got 170 on it, exactly 170 on it. So
You wouldn't know it by looking at it, though.
no, Dean. I mean, it looks like it's got 100 on it, but it's definitely got 170.
I say
on
that
it.
as in looking at it on camera. Looking at it in person, you can see where some of the miles just sneak
that
up.
car has gotten
in
a
the
lot
clear
of
coat.
loved over. It's been loved over the years,
Yeah.
for sure.
That's not your doing, though. You've been trying to keep it alive. All right, we've got Joey Belinsky's spec is highly questionable. Then Terry, how appropriate. I just had a Chem Guys ad pop up. You know, YouTube's going to YouTube. Let's see. Okay, a bunch of people. Tamara wishing Joey a happy birthday. Let's get moving through to random reviews. Hey, there's a name I haven't seen in a minute. Hammer Pants. Yeah, shouting out your pants. Great. Steve Pearson, I'm throwing a quick question and we'll check later. I'm in a hostage negotiation and they're wondering, what's your favorite way to use the FTW? What should I tell them? It's a very specific hostage situation you're dealing with.
Use the FTW on whatever you want to feel slick and nice. FTW on glass with a great glass cleaner is amazing. FTW on paint with a great quick detailer, sealant, whatever, also feels great. Use the FTW on whatever you feel like would not potentially degrade the towel. So for example, like while yes, it feels good with spray sealants and it feels amazing with bead maker, just know that because due to the weave, it could potentially clog, right? So my best advice for anybody using an FTW would be to try to avoid using ceramics with it. Try to focus on like mostly just quick detailers, non-SiO2 based quick detailers, and glass cleaners. And I think that those towels will last you like damn near forever and will always feel good. But it's like that's what's unfortunate, right? Like the towel that feels the best with anything ceramic or SiO2 or anything like that, unfortunately, is also the thing that kills it.
Yeah. Man, the FTWs really are just the best. I love
It's a
those
toxic
things
relationship
so
between the
much.
FTW and SiO2.
It's just so good, though. You want to use it with everything.
That's why it's a toxic relationship.
But if you're in a hostage situation and you have some FTWs, perhaps you can tie some together and use them to escape.
It's like when it feels that good, something's definitely got to be wrong.
Okay, moving along to fine detailing. Wait, it's your birthday? I'll take back my comment then. Oh, look at that. Joshy Vibes saying, nice car. Thank you, Joshy. That's for Anthony. Then we got Tamara saying, Lucas does indeed have some amazing superpowers.
Yes, she
Shouting
does,
out there.
Tamara.
Yes. Alpha Tango, +1 for KCX Glass Cleaner. Super effective and pure. Yes.
I don't know if I want people catching on to this
No,
as much
no,
as I
it's-
say pure. I don't know.
You're trying to like Dennis from Always Sunny it, but sometimes that'll backfire on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chromatic.
Doing it ironically.
Chromatic Garage. Shh.
Ooh.
We have somebody famous in the house.
Ooh.
Chromatic.
I love Chromatic.
Chromatic
though.
says
His style is impeccable.
this one angle and color is like identical to the Japan auction listings. Very fun. Very true, right? Like that top.
Chromatic
that,
would know.
That one angle was very JDM.
Yes. Yes, it's so good.
And because there's a
It's
little
like
bit of,
you're looking at a Japanese
but
auction
it's
listing right now.
Because there's like a little grain to the camera as well. You know what I mean?
It's
not
just
like,
enough.
It's not like perfectly high quality. It's like
Well, it's because it's shooting from clear across the room. You have no idea how far away that camera actually is from the car.
It is.
It's in front of us
I would
another
hate-
like 30 feet.
I would hate to see what that camera would do to my face.
Yeah, look at that. They're zooming out now.
Oh no! How
Look
much can I
at
zoom
that.
in on my
Yeah,
face?
there we go.
I don't think I want to
Awesome.
know.
No,
Oh,
you.
no.
Oh no! Now you did it. Now you done it. Now you're gonna get it. Well, they're focusing on your shirt, but yeah, point made. That's not flattering. All right, so we'll get that camera put back on the car where it belongs. But great point, Chromatic. And for those who aren't familiar, Chromatic was a Grand Ambassador back in the early days. Kills it. That guy has an amazing channel. You should go check out all
Very
his
tasteful,
content.
everything.
Extremely tasteful.
Also
Well done.
Canadian.
Also Canadian, yeah. Shout out to our Canucks, our friends to the north. Fine detailing. I do forget how good KCX glass is. Smells great and works well. A great choice for those that think traceless is too strong.
KCX glass, I have that in my cabinet. I think I have a little TrueView Perfect Glass. I also have. I bounce around between glass cleaners quite often. Usually just using whatever's most convenient. But there is something about grabbing, a bottle of KCX glass and just a freshie.
Yeah.
It's nice.
A freshie. Joey says, traceless will probably get me kicked out of California.
Yes, it will.
Fine detailing. It's not Joey Belinsky's spec. You'd like invisible glass. Fine detailing. Invisible glass was like the one detailing product I was familiar with before I entered the world of detailing with microfiber and all that. I was using like Meg's Gold Glass and Invisible Glass to clean my car's body and windows. That's how I did it at home. Believe it or not, I did wash my cars at home for a good amount of time. Dan Pfeiffer, traceless, too strong? No way. It's just right. Great product. I'm getting mixed opinions on it. People either think it's too good or other people think it's just perfect the way it is. I've never heard somebody say it's not strong enough. Though.
It is a very good product.
You're
It's just
convinced there's
the
just
amount of
something up with how
alcohol
well it
in
works.
it makes me a little stressed, right? I think it has enough wetters in there. What did Jimmy just do?
Oh,
Jimmy
he wants me to check the polls.
there's enough I don't know what they use in it, but the alcohol content is the only thing that freaks me out because I'm a crazy person. I think, what if it stains my trim, or what if it?
That's fair. Yeah.
Those are the things I'm ever concerned about, but nobody's had any experiences with that. So I'm just thinking that maybe I am crazy about that particular thing.
No, that's fair. Jimmy wanted me to look at the poll. Who has better hair? Oh no, here we go. Dane with a very nice 69%. Anthony with 30%. Poll has nearly 50 votes, so that was pretty
crap?
substantial. No, they're going nuts with the polls.
Are we talking about thickness or
I
style?
think they're just going with our style today. I don't think it's about
I didn't really
how
do
the
my
quality
hair.
of your
I didn't
hair.
even put any product in my hair. This is unfair.
No.
People that don't have hair past 30.
Oh yeah.
I don't even remember what I said. What did I say, Carson? I don't
Dane
remember either.
greatly
I
offended
think you
people in the
misread my
office.
statement and took it. And
Dane offended many people in the office who do not have.
I think
the
I did
thick
something
and
to the
luscious
effect
hair.
of if it's starting to go, at a certain point, you just want to commit to it. Don't do the horseshoe. Don't do the toilet seat, hair thing that I see sometimes. It's like
The friar tuck.
Just
Yeah.
commit. And
The friar tuck.
people who go bald, they look good bald. But if you look like you're desperately clinging onto the hair, it's not like if that happened to me, I would just shave bald.
Dude,
I've done it before.
I would just go hat. I would just wear a hat all the time.
I realize I'm going to
love
upset some
hats.
people by saying that. I'm
love
speaking from a place of privilege. I understand. As someone with a lot of hair.
Well,
anyway,
Dana,
moving
you could
along,
probably
Terry.
transplant that hair from other parts of your body as well because there's just so much.
Oh no,
Terry,
What's Terry saying? Save me, Terry.
please,
Back it up, Terry.
Joey, do you need me to ship you some? He might need you to. Yes.
Oh man! And then Joey says, "I don't
Secretly.
like your daddy's drying hate either."
Oh,
man.
Are we? Is he referring to Matt
Yeah,
as his
he's referring
daddy?
to Matt. Yep.
Oh,
man.
man. Those are fighting words.
Oh, it's getting angry now. I remember having a nice conversation about Florence P with Anthony in his garage.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Me
Then
too.
Joey, Maybes United. That's right, Maybes. Here we go. Awesome. Glad to see. Joshy Vibe says, I have the same car but in blue, referencing Anthony's Civic.
Nice.
DIY with Kane. What wheel cleaner do you use in that IK sprayer, foamer or standard sprayer?
That was alkali wheel cleaner.
okay,
And that was
that was
the
directed
foamer.
towards OC detail. So, yeah. Oh, man, look at this. Maybes United. Yes, his is on the third. Pershine, we're all just in a row. Joey's the first. I'm the second. You're the third.
Do we
awesome.
have a May the 4th? Do we have a 4th?
That's right. We got to have some Star Wars fans in
Dude,
here or
yeah.
something. So, yeah. Fine detailing. I wish Matt was my dad. Sorry, real dad. Ryan, those are bold words, buddy. Okay, moving along. Let me find some actual detailing questions here. I'm trying, man. Jeff C., any word on when the new G-Technic Quick Detailer will be available?
That's a good question. I know that on the website we've been transitioning the products to their newest versions once we've ran low on the previous versions. So like you might just want to check the ridecompany.com and check under the G-Technic QD and see if it says V2 or V1 on it. It might be switched over to V2 at this point. Same thing with C2 V3 and C2 V4. We didn't change the listing. We just switched over to a different picture set.
Okay. And some comments about FedEx shipping that I probably can't put up there, but I'll move along here and see what Terry's saying about Anthony. I have a loaf of sweetbread on my kitchen table. It's so good, buttered up and grilled on a cast iron skillet.
I've never
I'll
grilled
have a
it.
slice
I've
in
always-
your name tonight.
I've always buttered it, but I've never grilled it. My grandma, when she used to do the Portuguese sweetbread,
man.
my grandma used to do the hard-boiled egg in the middle, the egg in the middle of the loaf.
Oh yeah,
And that was always a nice treat as well. It always kept it. I felt like it kept it like more moist for some
That's
reason.
the idea behind it, right?
I think so, but it was delicious.
Very nice.
Please do though. Enjoy that.
Okay, well, moving on, I've got David. Similar to Portuguese people, Lebanese people brought the taco to Mexico via the shawarma. Ah, okay, when many people immigrated to Mexico from Lebanon. Interesting.
I did not know that.
That's cool. Yeah.
Taco origins
Huh.
to the Lebanese. That
I mean,
makes
I'm
sense.
taking your word for it because I don't know any better. So if
I
somebody
love
needs to
shawarma.
fact check this, I'd appreciate shawarma. Also delicious.
When's the last time you had shawarma?
Oh man, it's been a couple of years.
I
I haven't
had
had any recently.
I had shawarma when I went to Disneyland back in December. I had the Avengers shawarma.
Of course.
There's like a shawarma like pop-up stand there.
Oh, man, they would.
At the California Adventure, and it's really good. I thoroughly enjoyed that shawarma.
All right. Detailing Vibes 2006 saying, what's he saying? I'm not sure. I've seen this comment a few different places, and I'm not sure if somebody's like trying to make a joke or something, or if you're genuinely not sure what we're saying, but I've seen different names post this same statement elsewhere, so I don't know what that's all about. Oh, like Carson's mic not being activated fast enough when we ask him a question. Okay, that's all it is, perhaps. Joey, let's see. Rehab works great on Audi Volkswagen paint, blue and maroon pad, assuming it's a buff and shine pad. Yeah. Okay, and then I've got... Why so serious details? Nice to see the Civic at TRC. I know, I asked Anthony very nicely if he could bring it today. He struggled, but he ended up doing it, and I really thank him for it. So that's great. Thank you.
Been thinking about trying a few PNS products. I'm seeing multiple soaps. Can you explain the differences? I'm seeing 4 different soaps. So PNS Pearl, basically your standard pH balanced soap. Very affordable, very easy to use. Can't really mess it up. It's got a very thin viscosity. We've got, let's see, what else do we have? We have
Joey laying it down.
Oh, there we go. Frost. Oh, perfect. There you go. That's everything. Perfect.
Well, for the audio listeners, though, go ahead and read it off so they can hear.
Pearl, basically, Frostbite's going to be a higher pH. Radiance is going to be gloss boosting. It's going to be great for coatings. And then Wide Open is going to be great for degreasing and dirty jobs.
Nailed it.
Great job, Joe. You're hired.
Great job. All right. Fine detailing. Anthony, if you get the Pixie 80, pick up the APS extension kit. It's lovely.
Yeah, I know. The Pixie really meets more of my style of what I use.
Yeah.
That Merca though. I'm telling you, if you just hold it in your hand and pull the trigger once, you go, wow, this is phenomenal.
So quiet.
I don't know what I want to do.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. Anyway, David here saying ShineMate's Merca clone should be hitting the market soon. I suppose that's an option too. I don't know, different strokes for different folks. I'm not always the biggest fans of some of that stuff, but maybe there'll be some good stuff there. Can't say for sure until it comes out.
Thought on OptiCoat's yellow rinseless. Love it. I've always loved yellow O&R.
Now, I think Steven's asking this because not a lot of people talk about it. So, I mean, you want to give some reasons why. It's because
the full OptiCoat line was not ever supposed to be released to the public. I mean, not to distributors, I should say. The OptiCoat line was meant for installers, and it was a revised line to help maintain OptiCoat coatings. Specifically OptiCoat Pro, OptiCoat Pro Plus, OptiCoat Pro 3. Really, the stuff that you can't just go and buy. And so OptiCoat essentially had these essentially retail-ready stands that installers could purchase, and then they could sell the products to their customers, right, who had gotten their car coated. And basically, they're just maintenance products, right? But it's like really high-end and nice maintenance products that they could use. M-Wash, which is a killer, pH balanced soap with a little bit of ceramic built into it. You had Power Clean that was kind of ready to use at that strength. You had MDR that was ready to go. OptiCoat No Rinse, which is going to be kind of a the creme de la creme of the rinse of the O&R versions, I should say, but that has always had ceramic in it, SiO2 in it, and so essentially, in short, the OptiCoat products had always been really premium, but nobody was ever able to really try them or experience them. So what we did is we asked Dr. G, and we said, would it be okay if we exclusively sold the OptiCoat products via the radcompany.com and Amazon, to where we can make these more available to the public? And this would not only help people with previous OptiCoat coatings, but it also help people who are looking to try some of the premium products within the OptiCoat line. And that's exactly what we did, and he agreed, and we were thrilled when we were able to bring everything on. So, there's a new version, so the new OptiCoat, I think I can't remember if we're on V3 now of the OptiCoat rinseless, but the new yellow has a sticker on it. It says new formula on it, and I believed he added some more gloss enhancers in there. He made it a little bit slicker, and outside of that, though, it's great, and it smells really good too. The yellow really OptiCoat. Nobody even knows it exists, and then we pull it out, and then they go, "What's that?" And then they smell it, and they go, "What the heck?" And I go, "I know, like
majorly slept on."
And it's really good. It's really good.
All right,
moving on.
I got Sheepstar here. Sorry I missed it. Why does Anthony not use his wipers? Is it because of chatter?
No, because of I don't want to scratch my glass. And the first time I use it, I scratched my freaking glass. Now, keep in mind, it's not like I hadn't ran my wipers in forever. I mean, I ran wipers when it's raining, of course. But I don't use wipers and cleaner to clean my... I don't use it to clean my windshield. That's not how I use my wipers. And so...
Neil hitting us with the real Sheepstar. That's because kids on the playground used to give Anthony his daily beatings after school with windshield wipers.
I found that the Bosches definitely hurt more than the Rain-X's.
I mean... What about the Michelins?
No, they didn't have those.
Are they just sharp?
Yeah, the Michelins are just flat. They brittle.
Oh, okay.
Chernobyl dirt. Wholesalers that is a handle I haven't used in years. Happy birthday, Dane. You guys should do an old-time weekend recap on Monday as a birthday special.
Oh, man. That would be fun. I'm not going to lie. One of these days, we'll work on something. We're just like so preoccupied with so many other things. It's hard to focus on one.
Chernobyl dirt wholesalers in that account.
Yeah. No, I love that some of these guys had multiple accounts, and you were no stranger to that.
Not in the Meridian Marmot, baby.
Oh,
Meridian Marmot's still out there.
Love that. We had like My Backyard was one of them.
Yeah,
Dane's Backyard.
I miss those days, man. I like to think that those names and those accounts
energy is great fun.
It came from the main show podcast.
Yeah.
I think it came from stories that maybe weren't necessarily meant to be funny, or maybe they were meant to be funny, but then it
They're
kind of
just talking about just regular daily
right?
life, and it definitely clicked with some people, but not everybody.
Did anybody ever make a Trish account? Did Trish ever have an account?
I feel like there may have been a Trish account at some point. Trish is great. Trish and Trivium, man.
Trivium.
I did see a Trish post in our Facebook group.
Did you?
Yeah, somebody was doing in honor of
definitely-
Trish. They did a little Trivium post.
Did they?
Yeah, it was pretty
Trivium
great.
Trish, man. I want a TRC foam cannon collab with OG. Must be TRC
Ooh.
blue nozzle, please and thank you.
Yeah, Matt's pretty particular about the things when it comes to foam cannon stuff, but never say never. Sheep Star. At least they didn't have the Cybertruck wiper back then. Oh yeah, that's a one single wiper, and that thing, you get hit with that is just a full on beatdown. That thing, have you seen those? Like it's just one wiper and is like the size of the entire windshield. It's colossal.
Is it?
It's bigger than a yardstick. It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to be hit with that. So moving along here, I've got Sheepstar True, but they hurt regardless. Bunch of talk about that. Why so serious details? Has Anthony thought about throwing a turbo on the Civic? Oh man, you and that Civic.
No, dude,
You
I've
go
thought
way
about
back.
doing everything to that car. I just, at the end of the day, I don't know. I mean,
You've kind of done everything you can do to the car without
just
going under the hood.
kind of already have a turboed car. Now I have two turboed cars. I'm kind of I don't know what the heck I want. I'm a purist in the fact that I kind of like to keep things simple and not to stray too far from what it's meant to be. But I've thought about doing so many things. I just don't know what's the plan is.
That's a DCT. Yeah.
Was that a GT3 RS that just flew by?
It didn't sound quite right.
No, maybe, I don't know what it was. It had upshift pops.
Yeah, no, that's why I said the DCT. The way it shifted was extremely quick, and yeah, it had backfire when it shifted.
Anyways, moving on.
Anyway, we're distracted by car sounds. The hostile life. Oh, I hope your life isn't too hostile.
1500 Talon Blue / Gray, yellow possibilities. PNS Absolute V2 anytime soon. How to get inside the windshield smear hazed free when regular glass cleaner isn't cutting it. You guys rock.
Thank you, by the way.
Hello, Hostile Life. Is it the hostel? Like we're like staying at a hostel?
No, that's spelled differently. That's HOSTEL.
So this is hostile.
This is hostile, as in things are looking sketchy.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
It's a very tame.
That's what I'm saying. That's an intense
comment from a hostile
username.
person. So I would say you probably want a glass cleaner that's just a little bit good at cutting a little bit better. Oh man, over the years we've used so many different things, but I really like. What do I like lately? I know exactly what you're talking about. I'm trying to think of what I like to do, because sometimes like a rinseless wash won't cut it necessarily. So what I've done in the past is just taken oh man,
I mean,
I can't think right now. I'm
in
hearing this
addition
freaking
to an
foam
actual
cannon.
chemical product, you're going to want to use like a tool that has some bite. A tool or a towel that has some bite.
My brain isn't working right now.
I mean, I do love the invisible glass reach tool. That thing is great.
Yeah. What I'm trying to say is sometimes there's going to be certain glass cleaners that are non-alcohol based, but some are more surfactant based glass cleaners. And sometimes those surfactant based glass cleaners that have kind of like some slight degreasing properties, right? Like the ones that are specifically are very good at removing like vape residue. I feel like those cut through exactly what you're talking about in a much faster way. Now, we haven't had one of those for quite some time. That was based on that kind of, chemical makeup. We had the Woolworths glass cleaner from back in the day. That was exceptionally good at cleaning off vape residue and that kind of smeary hazing. And the reason for that is because the chemist also vaped, right? And so he knew exactly what he was creating when he was producing those chemicals.
Yeah.
And so nowadays, though, I mean, between Perfect Glass, KCX Glass Cleaner, TrueView, they all seem to cut relatively well, but it's not that they're all going to be without smearing and certain streaking in the case that you have off-gassing from your plastics, and or if you have off-gassing from something like an air freshener, right? A lot of times air fresheners will off-gas and cause hazing on windows.
Would panel wipe be too strong?
Yeah, panel wipe would be too strong. I wouldn't do that. Sometimes, like what I've done in the past, I'll take a glass cleaner with like a spritz of like an interior cleaner. So, like for example, like G-Technic Tri-Clean is what I would use. Like, so if I'm using like Perfect Glass from G-Technic, I spray my cleaner towel, or I spray my invisible glass cleaner reach tool, or I'll spray a towel, or whatever the heck I'm using as even my applicator, right? Let's just say I'm using like a Pearl Weave applicator. I spray my glass cleaner on there, and then I'll do a spritz of something like G-Technic Tri-Clean that I know that it's going to be able to actually cut and clean at a faster rate. Once I've gone through, applied that, I usually do follow up one more time with an additional glass cleaner and then buff out to a streak-free finish. So, sorry, I was trying to say exactly that earlier, but I was trying to think of like a good comparable
Sure.
at this time, and right now that's pretty much it. But Traceless, for example, it cuts really well through stuff,
Yeah.
but it's heavily alcohol-based.
Yeah.
And I don't know...
Yeah, depending on
Yeah.
what it comes into contact with, it may not be the best for it. But, yeah, something to consider anyway.
Yep.
I've got Lakes Country Detailer here saying, I have a client that had a high pH liquid spilled on his exterior paint and discolored it. Is this something that can be buffed out, or does it need a respirator?
I have a
think it means
client
and does it need a
that had a
respirator.
high pH liquid spilled on his exterior's paint and discolored it.
So something alkaline spilled on
Crap. So
exterior
what you
paint.
could do, do a test spot. I would probably try to see if it's a stain, right? If it discolored it, and like meaning it lightened it, that's usually not what you want. You really don't want that.
Leached it or
Yeah,
something.
Kind of leached it sometimes.
Yeah.
So I do a test spot. You can do it by hand. I would take just a microfiber towel, a little bit of compound, find an inconspicuous spot, try to buff it, see what happens, see if it improves, see if it makes it worse. If it's like a true discoloring in the clear can happen in so many different ways, but when it comes to a higher alkaline product, right, which will usually stain it in a lighter color, buffing will usually remove that residue that has kind of leached itself into the clear. But what you want to make sure is that it hasn't sat on there, baked in the sun, and somehow, for some freak reason, discolored the base coat underneath, which you would think is not possible, but it is possible. So I would buff it. I don't think you need a respirator necessarily. I would probably try it by hand, see what happens first. And if by hand it comes out or it looks like it's improving, then yeah, throw on a pad on a machine and see if you can pull the rest out. But I would probably try to wash the vehicle first, thoroughly.
Yeah. Fair. David Cervantes wondering, Dane, I also got to ask, when the Jag got hit, how was it trying to get a rental car? For me, it was like if you asked the guy to give you his house, he did not want to drop it off. I mean, in my experience, it was a little confusing, but they essentially sent me like some kind of like expedited email type thing that went over to Enterprise Rent-A-Car, and then Enterprise had like a code that they received from the insurance, and then it got worked out. It was just felt a little clunky, but it actually worked okay. But I wasn't able to keep the car for the entire time that the car was in the shop, because I did mention that I had other cars, but I was still entitled to have a rental car, and I thought, well, why put miles on other stuff if I can have a rental car? Fine. So I just did that, but I only did it for like a few weeks and then went back to my cars for the rest of the time. It helped offset it a little, but it did feel a little clunky, I will say. So I hope you have good luck getting that stuff worked out, but I know it can be a real pain. David Boyce. Anthony refuses to wear Lululemon, but these are stretchy slacks too. Starting his own pants line, Slacks by Magnus. Wow, okay. He's really going
Pulling
for
the
something
Magnus
here.
from, David.
Yeah,
Where's
this
the
feels...
Magnus coming from?
Huh.
Also, I know this is kind of a random thing.
No, go for it.
My friend Owen Samuels, Dr.
Yeah.
Owen Samuels.
Dr.
He
Owen.
is a colleague of mine.
Yeah.
And he gifted me a detail keg.
What?
Yeah, detail keg.
Well, it was an awesome keg thing.
My first detailing keg, yeah. So he sends one to my
really
house,
nice.
and I have yet to try it out, but I'm really excited. It was like, I think he has like TRC stickers all over, which is super cool.
Okay,
And
so it was like a used one at least. It wasn't.
yeah,
like
I think he'd used it for a
brand
while,
new
but I
thing,
mean,
but-
he gifted it because I don't know if he got a different one or a newer one or a different size, but he
Okay.
gifted me it.
No, that's
and
really
it
nice.
has a Flexzilla hose. It's got the regulator at the top. Has a spray gun. It's got the attachment for the different spray nozzle heads on there for like you would put in a pressure washer.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited to use it. So I have played with detail kegs at other people's shops in the past, like back when we were doing shop tours and we were going on road trips. I'd seen them in a few different shops, and I thought, oh, cool, these are really robust, these are really nice. But I've never really owned one for myself, nor have I ever like had a lot of hands-on time
Sure.
with it. So
I've seen them in shops before and stuff.
I'm excited to try it out, right, and test it out and see what I think, in comparison to an IK. Obviously, you guys know I'm obsessed with the IKs, but like the detail keg seems very robust. Seems like it's like pretty much bulletproof. You pretty much fill it with anything.
It seems like it's more in line with like the tint and PPF sprayer that
Kinda, yeah. I'd
IK
say
makes.
so. I
where
think I know quite a
the
few.
build quality stuff like that. I mean,
I
they're
have-
literally kegs.
I
are
have
they
my
not?
friend Steve who uses a detail keg for
Yeah.
for some window tint and PPF stuff in his shop. But yeah, this is my first one that is. It's like hey, I'm going to dedicate this towards rinseless wash or something in there. I don't know what I haven't picked what I'm going to put in there yet, but and I'll give that a try soon and give you guys my feedback. So here we go. Terry says, I wonder if Anthony doesn't use wipers. Does he pull over every mile and use an FTW or just yeah? So yeah, I don't know. I use my wipers in the rain. Obviously, it's just this one case, this one situation where it was like, hey, there is water on the windshield, but it's also accompanied by some dirty rain. Is it fine? I'll use it with windshield washer fluid, and it still gouged my glass. Pissed.
Well, that's
Pissed.
really unfortunate. I'm sorry that
Pissed
happened.
about it.
Hey, look at this. Al Superado 2K popping in to say better late than never. Been a while since I could catch a live. We're happy you're here now, buddy. So thank you for catching us on the live, even if it is kind of near the tail end of it.
Yep.
Terry here. Ooh, strong words. That is much, much better looking than that Civic. Okay, so
Disagree.
apparently Terry is a Gabe fan, not an Anthony fan.
Yep. Disagreed.
Yeah, okay, well, felt that. Oof, zingy. Maybe Gabe coached him to say that. Look at this. All right. Oh, okay. Terry clarifies. Gabe, I'm more of a truck guy, and that Land Cruiser is just a beast. I mean, granted, it's a 60 series. They're good-looking trucks. They're cool. I've driven it. I beat on that thing out up 8th Street when they
heard
asked me
you
to get it
did.
dirty. I did a donut in it. So,
Oh,
Gabe,
wow,
you're welcome.
Explains all the rock chips all over it.
Well, now, hey, I wasn't responsible for any of that. Let's see. Why so serious? Details. Let's get you up on the screen. I've recently found out that rinseless wash is a great windshield washer fluid. There's one big caveat to that, though. If you live in a place where the climate goes below freezing, you're going to
the
have
rinseless will freeze
problems.
on you.
Real windshield washer fluid is designed not to freeze in those conditions. At least there'll be like stronger limits to what that stuff can do. It can handle more punishing climates, but I mean, if you're a place that doesn't freeze, I guess you could do that a little bit. It's just you're going to run into real issues safety-wise if you get caught frozen and you need to use that and you're already driving, you can't pull over and stop, you're in traffic, whatever. Just don't put yourself in that situation. That's all I'm saying. Let's see. Sheepstar. Terry, Cerakote sent me the new wipe on glass coating. The previous spray version he was not a fan of. I need a product to compare it against for a new video. For wipe on glass stuff. Okay. And Joey here, imagine traceless leaking in the back of your Civic.
Ooh, that would be. That would be. Yeah, that would not be good.
Yeah. And then, oh, look at this. Sheepstar mimicking what I said, basically, although we got to him quicker. There is a company called 2010 that you can add 1 to 2 ounces max to washer fluid to boost degreasing in winter. Warning, it will strip glass sealants. I'm not surprised to hear that, but yeah, warning him it will freeze. Yes. All right. Fine saying, I meant some think the smell of Traceless is too strong. Okay. Yeah, I can see that. It's a powerful product. Why so serious? I don't use it in the winter, but our winters aren't bad here in South Carolina. So winter is only like a couple months at the most.
Yeah.
Still, I know you guys can definitely get below freezing at least a couple times. So just, be careful. I want you guys to be safe out there. Take fun chances, but not like really dangerous ones if you can help it.
Why? Finally got the
What a
chance to try
username.
Beadmaker. Followed the curing time. I'm not sure why people complain about the dust. Didn't notice anything abnormal. Dude, dusting was like a super hit or miss thing with Beadmaker.
Your mileage may vary. It's really one of those things. The people who complain are clearly just in an area where it seems to have more things to pull from, I guess. But that's why you use like the paint gloss to flip it. If you need to offset that'll definitely help.
Too true, Dane.
Yes. And David here.
They say that 60% of the time, Traceless works every time, and it stings the nostrils with its pungent smell and aroma. That's very funny.
It smells like Bigfoot's. Oh, can't finish that sentence.
Dane.
That's my favorite line from that whole movie.
Dane,
yeah, it's so
know.
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alex Dewar, pop-up shawarma and those white pants are not advisable.
No, they are
That is
not.
a combo that is destined for the trash can.
If I was at Disney, if I was at Disney's California Adventure eating shawarma in these pants, I'd be going pretty much straight back to the hotel room.
Yeah,
I couldn't risk it.
You'd be donezo.
No, couldn't risk it.
You'd have to throw like a sacrificial bib down or something.
What?
Just you got to have a bib.
I use Traceless as my nuke usually. I've been enjoying Stern Glass lately, but I want to try KCX Glass. Yeah. So Stern Glass would also be able to cut through that stuff pretty well. I believe that has some slight degreasing properties. Kind of forgot about glass for a minute there. Actually, glass would probably be a great option. Yeah.
All right. Then I got Joey. Oh, no. Joey took him seriously. Does hired mean on payroll or does hired mean what I did last month? Oh, well, I mean,
yes,
you worked during TRCMA, certainly.
Yes.
But
definitely not
you're going to have to take that up with Kevin and HR.
I mean, we definitely would,
I'm pretty sure you've already got a job that you're happy at. But
forgot my wallet. Hope you don't mind. I pay you in change. But instead of change, it would be ripping rags. Individual ripping rags.
Fine detailing.
Oh my gosh, I just got the Merca. I agree. It's also lovely. Yep. Ryan's a baller. I don't know if anybody knows this about
that
Ryan,
guy,
dude.
He's got class. He's got style.
Ideally, if I keep doing this for another few years and Ryan keeps, expanding his wealth opportunities, he'll adopt us, right? And he'll bring us all in. And are you interested? What?
Ryan bought like 7 Boss foam cannons.
Whoa!
Because he's a boss and he's a baller, dude. We all know that.
Who does that?
We all know that. When I went to Ruth's Chris with Ryan, he just acted like that was a daily occurrence for him.
Dang,
it was crazy.
Let's see. Fine detailing. Terry, it's so good. Blueberry-ish smell, I think, and great flash. 0 streaks. Okay. And Tamra here to pop in with the Stiarna love, saying, I mainly use Stiarna glass. Love it.
Nice, Tamra.
Yes.
Good call.
And then I've got some back and forth between the guys. Let's go to another comment here from Xavier. Xavier says, hi, how do you maintain your sponge and towels between washes?
Washing them? Yeah, wash them, man. I mean, dude, the sponge, you can pretty much just rinse underneath the sink. You can do a little soap and water, do a little bit of Dawn if you want to. Rinse it, let it dry, put it on a shelf, put it back in its original container. Towels, you just wash them, dude. I mean, either store them, throw them in a bucket, wait until the next wash. Yeah, I mean, that's you find whatever works best for you, dude. There's no real right or wrong answer, but as long as everything is washed and ready for its next use at some point, then you're doing the right thing.
I mean, organization helps. If you're working with a number of towels, a number of tools, depending on what tasks you've assigned for those different towels and tools, you may not want them to mix in the wash. You may want to be able to separate that stuff out, but otherwise what he's saying is obviously totally correct.
Between washes, my towels just get kind of thrown into a bucket, or I kind of hang them over the side of a bucket.
But like what we do here, there's sometimes stuff that'll be covered in a product you do not want getting onto your towels that belong on glass, that kind of thing, drying towels, etc. So it makes sense to separate those out.
True.
And obviously, don't put your white towels with your red towels, stuff like that.
Dane, we got 12 minutes left.
Yeah,
so
but we're
David
actually
says
good. We're doing good.
He soaks in APC or a cleaner rinseless. Cool.
Why? Why? Oh, I was going to have you read that one.
Recommended product to polish hairline scratches on glass. Well, at this point in time, it seems like Hans Klösen recommended the 3D glass polish as it has cerium oxide in it. Fine scratches, I mean, sometimes fine scratches can come out with just a standard compound. You could try what I'd been kind of experimenting with is taking some fast orange, hand cleaner and mixing that at like 75% fast orange or 50% fast orange with 50% like compound, like just your favorite compound that you could use, like the Last Cut or something like that. Mix it together, and then the pumice inside the fast orange is actually abrasive and will kind of minimize or hopefully make the scratch look a little bit better. But
you're saying fast orange, but like Gojo or something.
Gojo, yeah, Gojo, yeah. But like basically anything with pumice in it. But like the clarity cream, even to a certain degree, can remove some fine line, hairline scratches. But
it's meant to.
It depends. Glass is tough. I mean, literally, it's tough because you don't really know until you take a machine to it.
It's not like paint.
And see what happens. So yeah, try the least scratching method first, and then work up from there. Next up.
Then I got Terry saying, I wish KCX sold it in a 1 liter compared to KCX. A Sterner glass traceless is way more cost efficient. Okay. Well, I don't know. It says just 500 or the 5 liter. Okay. Yeah, switching between the bottles. David, silicone wiper blades are the way to go. They last forever and are less prone to scratching. And when the kids on the playground try and beat you with them, it doesn't hurt as much.
Yes.
Is what I've been told. So that's important. Anthony doesn't need any more trauma. So we got Terry here. Has anyone tried the invisible glass wiper blades?
I haven't.
I have not, but I would definitely give those a try. And we went from page 2 to 1, so we are on time today. How about that? Awesome. I think Anthony easily wants a spoon engine with T56 turbos, wet nos, and a full exhaust.
Ideally, if I, don't let this distract you from the fact that Hector is running 3 Honda Civics. Been using a lot of ads lately, and really like the tire dressing, or ADS lately, and really like the tire dressing for maintenance dressing. Works really well. I would recommend being 100% committed to Ghost, because when it's on there for a while. Agreed. Yep.
Oh, Johnny Shield. It's been a while since I saw you post, but right back at you, TRC. Yes.
Johnny,
hello,
what's going on? Good
Wave
to see
you. We've got Joey saying, you're going to love that keg, dude. Rinseless game leveled up.
I'm excited.
Love that.
I might get my kegger
and
now.
Alex backing up, saying the kegs certainly serve a purpose.
Nice.
Yes. Keg stands, indeed. Alex, running washer fluid year-round is a must. Never go through it fast enough. All right. Then Jeff C. here saying, I've been adding half an ounce of rinseless to a gallon of winter washer fluid, and it seems to help cut through the grime better. Now that I can see being a bit more of an acceptable thing to do. Yeah. It's mostly, I'm just saying, like, don't replace it entirely with a rinseless, because it's the freezing thing. It's all about the whole freezing issue. David Cervantes, forget turboing the Civic. It still needs a rear disc conversion. He's paying attention. Yeah, he's got you there. David also says, thanks for the live, guys. Dane, happy birthday. Have a great weekend, guys. Thank you, David.
Thank you, David. Take it easy.
You have good luck dealing with your insurance situation. Get that taken care of. That truck will look good when it's done. JD, don't pull a Matt Mormon with the pants, Anthony. I don't think these look like they have some give. He doesn't have to worry about him tearing out.
These have a decent amount of give to them.
They're not going to rip. They're not too tight.
These are okay. Yeah, they have a decent amount of give.
Oh my God, Neil White hit me with a real burn. Just now realized Dane isn't wearing white pants. Okay, nice. You got me, man. You got me.
You got him good.
I got to tan those things. Got to tan them gams.
Iceland 3314 says the RSX is better than the Civic. Ooh. She's lovely too, but the RSX.
No, the RSX is out of its cars. Like, I love the Raptor, I love the Evo, but that RSX, that's a really nice car. You would have no idea it has as many miles on it as it does. It's awesome.
It's very nice.
Fine detailing here. About 5, Carson says fine detailing. So he says he bought 5.
Dude, because
Just had to clarify.
I'm telling you, he's a
Five.
baller.
They're $100 a pop, dude.
It's $500 in foam cannons.
Serious
What the
business,
heck?
man.
He is the boss of Griot's boss.
Joey says,
Ryan's money is different. Have you seen those palm trees? I have 1. He's got like 12.
man, he knows how to pick them, I guess. Cleaner Details LLC. As a mobile detailer, I would never let a mobile detailer touch my car. Well, I can appreciate that. You got the feelings on it. Once again, the title of this was, Would You Let a Stranger Detail Your Car? There's obviously a lot of people out there who do, but yeah, keep them coming here till the end. I got fine detailing. When I found out the truth about my existing cannons, I reordered the Boss cannons. One is for JB, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Oh, then Joey says, take my money. Steve Pearson, I started filling up my new IK sprayers from TRC. I love them, but I'm not sure about filling with ADS wheel cleaner. Thoughts?
The wheel cleaner might struggle a little bit inside that sprayer. I think that the original sprayer for ADS, like the original wheel cleaning sprayer, it's probably the best way to like atomize that wheel cleaner, if I'm honest. Same thing with the tire cleaner as well. You'll get the best atomization, and you'll kind of get the best starting point when actually starting to use the product. So I would probably, outside of the wheel and tire cleaner, I'd be happy with everything in IKs, but just those 2 bottles I'd probably keep with the original sprayers.
All right. Oh, hey, I like this. Meridian Marmot doing a product yeller moment with Armor Detail Supply Hero.
Nice. The Marmot's
Thank you.
back, dude.
Yes, Jeff C. Shout out to product yelling Marmots.
Yep,
we
shout out.
love our
Shout
callback
out to the
jokes.
Marmot.
Thank you for that. Marmot, it was never the same without you. Steve Pearson, it's pH neutral. It's a little thicker, but I have mine in an IK, no issue, says Joey. Dan Pfeiffer with a beat maker. Just yelling
Nice.
more products. Johnny Shield, I've been here, lads. You just ignore me now. You're big time. Oh, Johnny,
Oh,
no, that's not
Johnny,
right.
we would
No,
never
we don't want to
ignore
ignore
you.
you, buddy. Comment here, and we'll read your comments, man. That's how it works. Sheepstar, if you could only have beer, wine, or spirits for the rest of your life, what would it be? Only one category, all options in that category.
Man. That's tough. Wine, throw it in the trash.
So
what
what you're saying is you're not classy.
Yeah, you don't need that crap, dude. You don't need that. Wine is... That is, there's no reason... never mind. I'm not going to get to that. No, it's expired grape juice. Throw it in the trash.
No, that's when it turns into vinegar.
I think that for spirits, just general spirits, right? I mean, like I'm a big, I like tonic. I like gin and tonics. Gin and tonics are pretty delicious. But I mean, like whiskey sours. I mean, me and Dane
That's
both
our
like
go-to
those.
drinks,
I like a
yeah.
little bit of whiskey every once in a while.
Gotta have the egg white, though.
Vodka, I'm like really hit or miss about. I don't really care about that at all. But I don't even really like beer that much, to be honest. I don't really drink. Actually, I don't even know why I'm having this discussion. I don't really drink that often. But I will say...
It's only when we go out to occasions. It's not something we do
when
at
we're
home,
at
really.
SEMA, we'll go. We'll get drinks.
Yeah.
If we're out like TR SEMA and there's drinks, we'll drink that. But I'm not like just grabbing drinks daily. But like, dude, a Corona, a cold Corona with a lime, or like a Modelo, like that's like money.
I'll throw in a Pacifico for good measure.
But I don't really like any other beers besides that. Like I think it's just I want to be in the Fast and the Furious.
Okay.
And I think
so
that
you're just doing the
you
thing.
can have
Meanwhile,
any beer
I'll
as long as
get
it's a
into
Corona.
all the nerdy craft beer stuff and I'll enjoy that. But realistically, give me the
dude.
spirits because I'm
Corona
trying to
with
keep my
lime.
weight down and beer's just going to make you fat. So I'll have to stick with the spirits if I want to keep
But you can
this game
throw
up.
the wine in the trash, though. You don't need that.
Anyway, moving along, we are almost to the tail end of this. Terry, I hope y'all have a great week, and don't forget to tune into the Detail Grind podcast tomorrow. They have a great guest.
All
More
right. Thank you,
shout-outs.
Terry.
Yes.
Back it
and
up, Terry.
Steve says, thanks, Joey. These sprayers are bougie.
Nice.
And Neil says, Sheepstar Zima. Wine coolers. Super. Oh, Anthony, how's the GT Aggressor Pro doing? Ooh, throwback question.
It's in the shed with I think the tires need to be inflated. But I looked at it the other day. I thought to myself, is it time to get back on a bike, right? And I'm still kind of iffy about my back thing, right? I'm not really sure. I think ultimately that bike, I think I need to do some more comfort mods to it. Different seat.
Okay.
I think I need to do some more adjustments to it. Raise the bars up a little bit. I need to get it's more comfortable because I think I am leaned too forward on that bike for some reason. But Once I make some adjustments, I'll probably get back on it.
Sheepstar.
Says the 6th gen chassis is way better than the RSX. You're 100% correct.
Yeah, you still got the double wishbones all around something.
Yeah,
They did
the
not
6th gen
continue
is
with
a-
the
6th
Civics
gen is
after
a-
that.
It's a better chassis. It is.
Things got
No
worse at the
denying that.
N2 generation. All right, fine detailing. I don't pay retail, Carson. Come on.
FD10 money hits different.
FD10 money. The OG Boss FC is enough if you grab a few extra jars of lids from GG from Griot's.
Yeah, there you go. And let's see, Joey, happy birthday again, Dane. Have a great time at the movie tonight.
We
We
will.
shall. All right. And happy birthday to you, Joey.
Happy
Congrats
birthday to
on
Joey.
another
Yep.
year around the sun. Why So Serious Details? Still got to give love to Stjarna Glass. Still some of my favorite soaps. Stjarna is awesome. We love Jack. Those things are great.
Coconut Earth, baby.
And don't sleep on them. Joey here. I only get drunk when Corbin's around. Dan's Diamond Detail. Great session. And that is
Thank you,
the
Dan.
last of our comments. We made it right on time. Look at that. We're getting better, guys. We're getting better. But you know what? We don't want your comments and questions to stop there. I want you guys to keep the party going down below this live stream when it turns into a video on YouTube. Keep the questions coming. Help each other out if you got more questions. And you can always tune into the Rag Company Facebook group if you want to keep the discussion alive over there. There's always plenty of fun to be had over there. And if you haven't hit a like on this video yet, please do so. We appreciate it. Make sure you're subscribed to the Rag Company channel. And if you're listening sometime in the future and you're feeling really, really kind, you can leave us a review on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcast from, say Spotify, etc. All right, that's it. I want you guys to have a fantastic weekend. We're going to go see a movie. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to Joey. Happy birthday to ProShine. All you guys, take care. We'll see you later.
See ya.